Hello and welcome to Once Upon a Tavern, the only Dungeons & Dragons stream that's on the naughty list.
It's a month.
After that last conversation, yes.
You guys didn't like that?
No, I love that. Your delivery was very good.
Based on the last conversation we had before you turned on the stream, I'm uncomfortable.
I'm gonna be naughty.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have just a couple quick announcements before we dive into the show. First
if you'd
off,
like to hear our conversation that we had before the stream started, make sure you subscribe to the Once Upon a Tavern OnlyFans.
Once Upon a Tavern at night. First off, no Bill tonight. He is off taking care of the fam for the holidays, so we will be continuing without him. Second of all, if you're watching this and you're like, wow, I'm really enjoying this and I want to know what they said, well, you can go subscribe to us on YouTube at bit.ly/OnceUponATavern and follow us wherever you listen to podcasts at Once Upon a Tavern. We put new episodes up on YouTube on Tuesdays, and sometimes we put new episodes up on our podcast on Sundays. Sometimes I forget, like this week. Sorry. Moving on. In addition to that, if you want, you can check us out at Patreon, patreon.com/OnceUponATavern, where you can get access to our Discord. If you go into our Discord, we will tell you what we were talking about. So that's the only way. That's the only way you're going to find out.
You'll regret it.
You're gonna be like, I paid $5 for this. Right now, if we get 10 subscribers at the $5 tier or higher on our Patreon, Mike will probably blue himself. I think we could say he'll blue himself officially. I think.
Like an armadillo.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh yeah. So go check.
Like an armadillo? Yeah, remember the.
Oh man. Too good. Happy holidays.
Yeah, go patreon.com/OnceUponATavern. Go, get out of here. Get on, get. Do I have anything else? We said happy birthday to Tyler last week, right? That was a thing, yeah.
Yes, we did.
Happy belated birthday to Mark, right? Yeah.
Yay.
Happy belated birthday, Mark. Congrats on being on time today. It's fantastic. I'm kidding. I know it's not your choice.
Once every 8 years, the stars align.
Once a month.
Oh, man. This will be an interesting session.
God.
So let's find... What is Seth
Holiday
doing?
nerds.
Holiday nerds?
Yeah, all those people that gave The Mandalorian's final episode a 99 on fucking IMDb.
It's true. It wasn't that good. All right. We're going to move on before I get yelled at. Without any further ado, let's dive into tonight's episode of Once Upon a Tavern.
Y'all ever think you could bend over?
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Come on down.
Is that Bob Dylan?
No, come on down.
Indiana girl with an Indiana dog.
Left foot, right foot.
No, that's the wrong one.
I don't know.
It's Randy Newman.
Not Bob the Builder, Bob Dylan.
Bob the Builder got laid off, COVID.
Yes, we can.
You can join the club. Where we last left the party. You were all traveling to the Triton Kingdom in search of Aldus Hollerath, your party member who needlessly and stupidly banished himself to the elemental plane of water.
Just wanted to play an artificer for a while.
AKA Bob the Builder. Max level artificer.
Along the way, you met a new party member, an artificer, and after escaping the Isle of Dread, began traveling to the Triton Kingdom in a yellow submarine. You continued along, and after killing 2 aboleths who were interested in where you were going and following you, you all continued along on your journey, coming across a group of Sahagin who told you that their god, which was a large sentient ship, was missing and they were searching for it. You sent them on their way to go and find the dead husk of the creature. You passed by various amounts of mysterious. You passed by a mysterious cave. Not really sure what you could do with it because none of you speak Aquan, and kind of in a hurry. And you fought a group of Meros who had attacked the ship. On the 37th day of winter, the 9th day of your 10-day travel, you came across an arch. The large arch in the middle of an abandoned ruins of a market. From there, you determined that possibly a toll was needed to open whatever this is, and upon placing 10 gold in the bowl, a portal opened to an unearthly road, a road that kind of basically a wormhole that would teleport you to another spot. You all decided, why the hell not? And pushed the submarine into the unearthly road, traveling along its light speed route, shaking the foundation of the ship, and exiting the portal. Which is exactly where we are picking up today's session. I don't like this music.
What do I see?
As the submarine continues to rattle, you burst through the membrane of this portal and begin flying straight toward a large building. Ash, I need you to make a dexterity check with a proficiency bonus.
I will do my fucking best. Dexterity check plus proficiency, which is 3. Oh, almost a 17.
3, 6, 9. Damn, that's fine.
Hold on a second. I don't know if Flash of Genius works on. Nope, does not. It only works on ability. Is that an ability check technically?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yay. 11.
11, great. You see this building and very quickly grab the wheel, turning the submarine as quickly as you can, but not quickly enough. The submarine pitches to the left, and you all kind of go flying to the right side of the submarine. As it smashes into this building, you hear the crunch of what sounds like rock and stone, coral smashing against the side of the submarine, holes ripping through it as water begins leaking through. You spin around and continue, and suddenly there's another building. You realize you're in in smack dab in the middle of a cityscape right now. I need another dexterity check with proficiency bonus.
I put my finger in the hole.
They're like scratches.
It's gonna be that kind of day, motherfuckers.
Got it.
Yep, fingers in holes.
It's a 14.
A 14? It's
With
better.
Another flash of genius.
It's better. You go ahead and this time manage to kind of pitch back, kind of stopping the submarine as best as you can before it just kisses this building, cracking the window and knocking off pieces of what you can now see are coral, which is what this building's made out of. Smashing down. You hear screaming coming from below as you see people just kind of swimming away quickly. What are we gonna do, guys?
Cast mending on the holes.
I also cast
I
mending.
was gonna say.
What's the hole?
How many of us are there casting mending?
I don't have it.
3 of us.
Me, you.
So for 1 minute, 3 of us are casting mending in the holes.
Okay, so while that's happening, you're just floating there above the cityscape?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing. Someone else wants to look around, they can.
Yeah, I'll look around. What's the city look like?
As you look around, go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
I would also like to roll a perception check.
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab my hoodie.
That's 14.
A 14. You look around and you notice that you see a bunch of people who look like Aldus, Tritons, that are kind of the ones that have run. The ones that haven't run have begun to gather around the submarine, looking up at you. Some floating up to you, some looking at you confused, some looking at you scared. You can hear people calling for help at this point. It seems like there's a panic brewing in this area.
What we hit a building, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or are there like people swimming out of it? Does it look like we like hit
It's
a
not.
home or
Yeah,
something?
it's
or
not.
is it
It's
like
not gonna collapse. It looks to be. There are people moving out of it, but it doesn't seem to be a home. No, it seems to be a place of business, a shop of sorts. But people are gathering around now at this point. People are yelling for guards.
We should try and communicate with them. I believe Aldus spoke Primordial. Maybe some of them do as well, and I could try to communicate, or Zook could cast tongues.
Are they freaking
Perhaps.
out? Or are they freaking?
I don't know. I need a warmer sweater.
Should we? Let's decompress the cabin for really quick. And
Goes to the back to get a sweater.
yeah.
Honestly, it's pretty much. There's nothing I can do because look at. I mean, there's water all over the place. It's
Alright, then.
The sub is still functional. It still can move.
Oh, all right. I mean, I could take her up if you like. I could take her up, down, left, right.
Oh, I'm saying we should tell them what we're doing here, so they don't attack us.
Oh, you want to put water in the sub so you can swim at the
So we
top.
can get out. Yes.
Yeah, all right, fine. I pull that lever.
Okay. The water that's leaking in through the holes that you were currently mending begins to fill up even faster now as the ship begins filling, the sub begins filling with water. Quickly, you all decompress, turning the wheel and removing the hatch and swimming out.
Hands up.
And physics are what Ben decides them to be, if anybody wants to dispute that in chat.
I mean, it just makes sense, right? You fill with water. I don't give a shit. It's
What did I
magic.
just say? I'm backing you up.
You didn't even need to bring it up.
Too late.
And then in Primordial, as we step out, I'll just say, well, we are not here to mean you any harm. We are here to help with the Aboleth problem. We are friends of Aldus Hallorath. Hallorath.
Perfect.
Hallorath?
Nailed it.
I didn't even know he had the last name. Oh my god.
Got it in one.
I thought he was just like all this, like one name, all this. Like that's it.
Like Madonna or Doom.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all looking up at you, kind of confused. You see some of them whispering to each other as this large giant-kin creature has now poked his head out of a metal tube and has said some words that it doesn't look like he can normally say. And they look at each other and... Hallorath?
Yeah, did I not say that right? Hallorath, yes.
No, I think you crushed it.
Yeah, thank you.
What's a Hallorath?
It's Aldous' last name.
Whoa.
The L is silent.
I believe he is a scribe of the king? Maybe?
Oh.
They
Check my
begin...
notes.
They all kind of begin quickly moving away from the scene. All onlookers who were interested at one point, curious, all of them seem to, their curiosity vanishes, and they very quickly begin moving away.
Can you just tell us where the king is, and we'll leave you? No. Are there still guards here, or are they?
They had called for someone, but no one's arrived yet.
Okay.
Does there seem like there's a more populated area? Somewhere in like a city. Is there like a city center that maybe we can see in which direction that is?
Yeah, I'm about to describe. So as you guys look around now in this area, you're currently floating above what looks to be a little, basically a city street. But you notice that all of the buildings seem to be made out of coral. They seem to have been formed over time using, of course, magical means. You are currently in what looks to be a bit further away from the center of this city. As you look past the building that you had hit with the nose of the sub, you see a large palace made out of coral and seaweed kind of wrapped around each other, glowing lights coming from it. Looks to be like almost a bioluminescence kind of glowing from this massive palace in the center. You seem to be in the Triton Kingdom, the city, the capital city of the Triton Kingdom.
Can I insight the faces of the people who kind of like swim away at the name of Halarath?
Sure. Roll an insight check for me.
Okay. It's a 14.
Okay. They looked scared. They looked like you said a name that they shouldn't be party of.
Let's so I have a weird accent going on right now.
Let's go down
to the palace.
Yeah.
Going to an investigation. Hello there.
So I feel like the castle, that glowing luminescent thingy, that's where we should be going. So
Yes. Should we repair the sub first?
Oh yes.
So that
you've been talking for like 2 minutes, so I've cast mending
twice.
twice.
Okay.
It would have been repaired at this point.
3 people have cast mending twice, so
then
probably fixed.
So yeah, let's
They
go.
seem afraid of us, though. We should be very, very cautious. We don't want to make an enemy of ourselves.
Well, what did you say to him?
That we were here to help with the aboleth problem, and we were looking for Aldus Halarath.
Well, perhaps we leave those two details themselves from now on, huh?
Well, yes, I think the word's out, though, right? I mean,
At this point, as you guys are sitting here chatting above this city street, you all of a sudden hear the sounds of shouting coming. As you look down the street, you see a group of what looks to be 6 Tritons carrying tridents swimming quickly toward you.
Tritons carrying Tritons?
Tritons carrying tridents.
We can now get some answers, and hopefully they'll be very helpful.
I'm kind of mad. I'm gonna just slowly, he just starts like slowly pushing the throttle forward towards the
Does
palace.
she have like a camouflage button?
With the hatch still open?
No, I closed the hatch, I assume.
Oh, did you all get back in?
Are we getting back in? Yeah.
I never got out.
We can.
I don't think I got out.
I thought Sinrig was the only one that got out.
I had gotten, honestly though, if I see the guards, I think I would probably wait to talk to them. But I mean, if you want to you think we should just rush off, or?
That looks like the palace. Let's go there.
They look pretty pissed off. I'm not really good with authority. If you'd like to talk to them, you can.
Yeah, guards don't normally like me. We know
If
this.
we flee from the guards, I think it sets a bad precedent for us being in their city.
And
right?
they're upon you at this point. As you're having this conversation, they've swam up to you, 6 of them with these tridents, and they have them drawn on the sub.
Hail and well met, good friends.
So, like Tritons carrying Tritons. So is it just like a Triton carrying a smaller Triton person?
Tritons carrying tridents.
He knows what you said.
I didn't know they had gum in the water.
Their teeth look amazing.
There seems to be
Tyler for the alley oop on that one. I don't think anybody heard him, but he said it, and I was like, wait, that's too good.
there seems to be some sort of misunderstanding.
They are staring at you.
Looking
At you. They can barely, you're inside the sub right now, and the sub is closed. So as you're shouting this, they are just kind of shouting back at you.
I open the hatch. If Tyler's not back, if Sinri is not back into the sub, I open the hatch.
You open up the hatch.
All right.
There was a misunderstanding on where everyone was.
That's all right.
If Sinri is still outside of the sub, the hatch is still open.
So,
yes. You understand me, yes?
power down the machine. Everyone come out right now.
Everyone, I think we should power down the machine and come out.
They look pissed. Hard pass.
I don't think we have an alternative.
You know, you could be more pissed if you don't get out, right?
We've ran from the guards of every establishment we've ever visited. I feel like this.
Well, why don't we break the old mold there?
We're alive right now.
Well, I think the guards are probably the most helpful people to lead us to the royalty of this place.
How lucky
Yes,
we are.
this
Law
establishment.
enforcement sucks.
I didn't say they were good. I didn't say they were great. I said that they were going to help us.
I don't think so.
I get out.
Zane, what did you say?
Joe swims out. Sinrig, are you still out of the sub? As you're
I
coming,
swim out as well.
as you're
Love your
coming out,
tridents, by the way.
Grimald comes out as well.
stop
sharp.
talking.
Remember, Sorry, this is not Joe saying this. I'm just reminding everyone what we learned from the other people last session and what we know about Aldus. Remember, they think that they're better than everybody else. It's a reminder.
I don't think they know how many people were on this boat. I'm gonna hide on it.
Okay. Roll a stealth check for me. Everyone else, what are we doing?
It just takes me a little bit to power this down, so I'm gonna drive it. I gotta park it, or else it's just gonna float here. So I'm gonna put it down and do the thing. So just give me a minute.
Yes, give him a few minutes to take over. We will comply. I promise we will comply. That is persuasion. We will comply.
Roll. You all want to get out now? I promise. I'll just fire it down.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
All right, fine.
No,
that's
Varus.
I was trying to persuade them, but with advantage because he was also.
Sure, go ahead.
Didn't really do anything for me. Yeah, that's gonna be a 18.
An 18. That's not too bad.
I have really good persuasion.
They go, okay. Everyone out except the tiefling. Come on.
I got a 17 on that stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already
Oh, I don't even fucking see.
I'm trying to stand on the street like normal, but I can't, so I'm awkwardly trying to stand and just keep floating.
Yeah, I guess, do they actually have roads in the Water Kingdom? Because wouldn't it everyone just swim anyway?
Yeah,
I don't know. Do they
What's the
have
point of
roads in
roads?
Bikini Bottom?
It's not really a road. It's more of a it's like a space between buildings.
Like a grid setup.
Yes, it's still a grid setup.
Well, before Aldus banished himself, he said, "Where I'm going, I don't need roads."
God damn it.
I heard him. He said it. I heard him.
So everyone except Zook and Aldus are getting out of the sub. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I was.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Aldus is not in the sub.
Sorry,
Aldous!
Zook and
What up,
Ash, excuse me, are getting out of the sub. All right.
That would be so fucking wild.
So as you all swim out, most of the Tritons are surrounding you, looking at you. But very quickly, as you're powering down the sub, there's a bang on the window, and they go, "The little one too."
What are you talking? I'm not little. I'm quite big.
The one that's hiding at the back of your sub. We saw him.
Oh, I didn't. So.
Tell them you scared me.
They're speaking common.
You scared me.
No, you scared me. They scared me.
They scared me.
Oh, you suck. Just the fucking worst. I was just gonna send Hedgewitch out like I transformed, but you just had to go and fuck it up. And I doggy paddle my happy ass out of the sub.
Little gnome doggy paddle out of the sub. As you're all out there, Ash, you finally power down the sub and make your way out as well.
Do I? But do I though?
Do you? You said you were going to, so I don't know.
I said it took like 2 minutes. It doesn't really take like 2 minutes.
Right. But they're not looking for that. They're looking for you to just comply. So it's entire. They don't really know much about the sub.
That's the point. Is there like a
Well,
running?
we'll say it'll take a minute as they look to all of you. Joe and Sinrig, you two were the first out, so they kind of come to you.
Okay.
Varys, would you like to explain why we're here? I think I'll just whisper to Joe. Varys is probably the most charismatic.
You ought to stop talking while we are here. You will talk only when we give you our permission. You see this one that's talking now. He has a few. They're none of them are really wearing clothes, but they're wearing like straps made out of shells, basically. This one has a large golden. Oh, I forget what the shell is called. Like a clam shell, you know, almost. But it's golden on his chest. And as he speaks to you, you will speak only when spoken to. You will answer all questions.
So you are currently speaking to us, yes? So I can speak?
When you are directed to answer a question, you may speak.
I see what you're saying. Yes, well, we understand. Perfectly clear.
What are you doing here? Who are you? What is this machine?
Well, slow it down. Why don't we ask one question at a time? First off, what are we doing here? We are here to find our friend who has been separated from us. He was a citizen of your fair kingdom. He had a sort of ambassador role. Aldus. What's his name?
Halorath.
The one and only. Unless there are multiple Aldus Oloreths, then this would be quite awkward and difficult.
Unless that's a common name.
He swims to another Triton and whispers something into his ear. That Triton swims off quickly. And
He is our friend.
And who are you? To be friends with Aldus Halorath.
Well, my name is Varys Amakir. This is Father Demetrius. This is Zane. Over here we have Grimold. The W is silent. We have Sinrig. We have Joe. Zook is our little friend here. And then our last member of our party, Ash, is currently parking the vessel. What that thing is, and we're going to knock that question out now too, going right into it, is a submersible. It allows us non-aquatic people to travel in your realm.
You seem to not have issue now.
No, because I also have the capability, due to my garments, to breathe and travel. That's just faster.
Is she done with that yet? Is it parked? He's like kind of shouting past you, Varys, toward the submarine.
You're just like trying to parallel park for the 5th time.
Powers like.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's finished. All right. Yeah. Done.
Come out of there.
Crooked.
All right, I will. I'll swim out and I hit a button on my staff and it goes toot, toot, and the lights flash. And
They now these 5 Tritons now are kind of standing around. All of you line up against the wall.
Ooh, I'm sorry. That's where I'm drawing the line. Doza could back me up on this one. Last time that one happened in town, a lot of people had a really bad day.
I'm sorry. I did not ask how you would feel about that. I should have been more considerate of your feelings.
I don't laugh in character.
Thank you. See? It's not so hard.
Joe lines up on the wall.
Okay. And he is going to go ahead and cast
manhandle Zook.
Cast Gust of Wind at Zook. I need a strength save, Zook.
I've been working out in our journey.
Oh my god, can I fetch Zook if he lands over there?
That roll matches Zook's athletic ability. Not good. 6.
Boom! All of a sudden, a gust of wind blows through the water and smashes you against the wall. And he goes, did that hurt your sensibility as well?
A little bit.
Everyone else, line up against the wall. And put your weapons in front of you.
What if we are the weapon?
Whatever attunement items you have, you may surrender as well.
I just take off my boots.
Ash holds out the hunting rifle.
Okay. I mean, you hold it out and it just kind of floats in the water. Some of them will maybe sink, but the Tritons will catch them really quickly as they kind of gather up. Is anyone keeping anything?
Yes, can I? I'm requesting advantage on sleight of hand to hide my wand. I'm asking for advantage because that's my whole thing, baby. Zongaric. Sleight of hand.
Sure. I'll allow it due to backstory. Go ahead.
A wand is pretty much a bouquet of flowers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got you.
It didn't. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, that's not what I thought it was. 20. 21.
Turning over everything you have, you keep the wand up your sleeve as you hold your hands out and go, nothing up my sleeve. Anyone else keeping anything?
I'm gonna keep my staff because I use it to walk with my one leg.
I told you to get the wizard's staff.
Is it a noticeable weapon, or does it just look like a staff?
It looks like a staff until the arcane runes glow.
Oh, as long as they're not glowing now, they won't take it.
Oh,
I was going to pass the same off.
Okay. As long as it looks just like a staff, which I'm sure
Yeah.
yours does too as well. Then
I have
they'll
a
leave
quarterstaff that it looks like a walking stick.
They're not afraid of wooden sticks. Except for you, Joe. They recognize pretty quickly that thing is a...
Fine. I mean, that's fine.
I'm absolutely going to be throwing my quarterstaff to Joe in case of a fight.
It's not really a problem.
I don't like the way we're being treated, and being asked to surrender our weapons makes us very vulnerable.
You are being treated like you have just come out of an unearthly world that has been deactivated for the better part of 50 years, and then smashed into a building. 2, to be exact. Causing numerous amounts of golden damage, and...
But how much Electrum?
We do not use Electrum here. That is ridiculous.
No. I have it on good information that Electrum is all you use down here.
Electrum is an outdated currency. We may have used it once, but we are well past it. Hipsters use it now.
That tracks.
Yes. Moving on. As that was not important. You've caused a lot of damage, and have struck fear into our people's hearts. So for that, we are asking you to line up so that we can get a better look at you and ask you questions properly.
Can I insight to make sure that's actually their intention?
Yeah, I'd also like to insight that. That's
Sure, go ahead.
getting a little shady.
Yeah, see, the way you were speaking to us now is much different than, attacking our friend when we're essentially complying to everything that you've asked so far.
We have not attacked anyone. What'd you get on your insight checks?
That was a 7.
Okay.
I got a 12.
Okay. He seems to be legit. While tough to read, he's, doesn't seem to be lying about anything.
Are we to understand you might know where Aldus Hollerath is?
You will not ask questions. You will answer them. Why do you believe Aldus Hollerath is here?
Because he told us he was.
Did
The library specifically, right, Father?
Yes, we have reason to believe that he banished himself here in an attempt to relieve his beleaguered city. We have no reason to believe otherwise.
Is he not here?
At this point, as he's kind of seems to be pacing through the water, you all feel a familiar tingle in the backs of each of your minds. And just suddenly, as the corner turning the corner, is a large aboleth with 2 tritons on each side. As he comes around, the captain, my lord. These
goddamn Vichy French.
This party.
So this is happening, eh?
This party of adventurers was caught coming out of an unearthly road that has not been used for quite some time. They claim they are here looking for Halarath. And you all hear is speaking out loud to each and every one of you. Young or old? The young one, sir. The aboleth kind of swimming past all of you. You can see its eyes glancing at each of you. There is no young Halarath here.
Inside.
Also,
Inside.
Yeah. Fuck this.
My last one. So nobody fuck up any saves.
I got a big old roll.
Yeah, I got a big old roll too.
24.
24! Oh my god!
We insightful as hell.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, I got a 23.
So technically we got a 48.
I got
Hey,
a 6.
hey, Matt, get good.
All right. Who rolled it? Raise your hands for me.
I've got a 23.
Varus, Demetrius, Grimald, Sinrig, Joe. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Varus, what'd you get?
24.
All right. Demetrius?
Wing.
All right. Grimald, you said you got a 23?
23.
All right. Sinrig?
6.
And Joe.
24.
All right. Everyone except Sinrig. Hear the blatant lie in that voice in the back of your head. He barely even trying to hide it. You can hear it. You just doesn't seem to care. I'm sorry to say your journey was pointless.
Well, that sucks. Are there any good places to eat around here? Get a bite or a drink, maybe? I mean, you know, we came all this way.
Do you guys do sushi?
Whoa! Oh, no.
I mean, they would eat fish, right? Like, what else are they gonna eat?
They're vegetarians. Hello?
Hello.
Well, the hipsters that use Electrum are.
I'm gonna have the poop.
Kale. They eat a lot of kale.
What's the situation on our equipment right now? Is it just being held by the guards?
Yeah, the Tritons are holding it right now.
So what did they not answer?
But like,
Joe?
yeah, really, did they not get? I can't get like a bite to eat. No, I'm not.
It's probably best if you entered your vehicle and made your way out of this city.
Well, I mean, we did like come all this way.
All this way.
All this way.
All this way.
I'm sorry.
He's got a street named after him?
I'm sorry you wasted your time.
Well, I don't think that we did waste our time because he's definitely here.
You see the Tritons, like, all kind of, like, back up as they're just, like, and look down. You question my knowledge.
Well, no, I'm calling you a liar.
I want to cast a nature check on an aboleth.
Okay.
28.
What are you looking for?
Vulnerabilities.
None.
Resistances.
None.
Okay.
I know I wasn't here all the time. Did Ash encounter an aboleth at any point?
Yeah,
Yep.
she
A
encountered
couple sessions ago, yeah.
2 of them.
Okay. 2 of them.
We killed 2 of them hardcore a
So
couple
they-
sessions ago.
Very, very easily, yeah.
They might already know we bad.
Can I lock eyes with Father? Or?
Sure.
I mean, I just called this guy a fucking liar.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
No.
Let's perhaps maybe we just get in the boat first, and then kind of
Yes.
figure.
Let us get our equipment and be on our way.
No, get out of here. Get away from this specific
The
destination.
captain and his men will escort you out of the city. Upon exiting the limits, you will have your equipment returned.
What about you? Are you coming or?
No.
Oh.
You have a throne to get back to?
Yeah, who are you? Are you? What you called him, sir? Is he? Are you like? Do you run this place or?
This is my district.
Ooh, you got more districts, huh? What are you here then? More than just one?
Sorry? What did you say?
There are a lot of you here.
None of your business, tiefling. You're on the wrong plane.
I just seen another one and they called you a bitch, so I was just curious. You know that other one, he had got the district over there, he said, that guy, kind of a bitch.
You could even make him roll for that.
Do you
It's just the
think
same.
you're humorous? Speaking so disrespectfully to one as great as I.
Oh, great. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You know what? Let's go to the ship. We'll get out of here, It's fine.
Swim.
I have harpoons on the ship. I have 3 harpoons on the ship.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we did that.
Swim, little fish.
And I swim. Ash just swims down. If you guys want to slowly
Well,
dawdle, that's fine.
Well, technically, I'm a human, but okay. Fish, human. I mean, I guess we're all the same, right?
Do you all begin moving? Joe, are you saying this as you're swimming to
Yeah,
this?
of course I am. Joe always has to be
He-
shitty.
As you continue on, the Tritons kind of come down with you as you all begin to get into it.
Do they return the equipment?
No,
We're not going to until we leave.
until you get out of the
area.
city. They're
Oh,
just
yeah.
holding it.
The Aboleth is still here, though, right?
You see him speaking to the captain for just a moment as you're all getting back there, and once you're all getting inside of the submarine, it begins to swim away.
What's the range on a harpoon gun? And how far away is he?
Range on the harpoon gun. Give me 1 second.
You're good.
Are you starting a fight without people having their weapons?
Do it.
Okay.
I just asked.
I think
The range is 20 for regular, 60 for disadvantage.
Oh, that's garbage. And he's probably farther than 20 feet, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, you specifically parked the sub far away, so to
Right.
play for time.
I have a quick question. I should have asked this when it initially happened. I'm sorry for that. When the Tritons, when I mentioned that Aldus is very much here and that he was a liar, and they took a step back and looked down, did I get a read on?
No one looked shocked. No one looked
Oh.
surprised or anything. They just kept their heads down.
No, but yeah, that's fine. But did they look like that was out of fear? Did that look like that they were ashamed? What kind of emotion did it look like they were feeling at that moment?
Roll an insight check.
Because I want to know if they betrayed or if they didn't have a choice, or that's not a great insight roll. 12.
A 12. They are. I can tell you that it's like that awkward situation where a friend calls your mom a liar. It's like, why are you doing that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone has called your parent a liar now, and you're in trouble. So
Got it.
it's like an awkward situation.
So they got the thing that the Aboleth did to me originally.
So yes, the Aboleth has swim away now as the captains come down to meet all of you. We will escort you to the city limits and return your equipment upon then. Do not try anything silly.
Yeah, not planning on it.
Do I look like I'm silly?
How far away is the edge of the city? Like, there's just edges all around, right? We could just go. Let's go that way.
We are
And
not.
can I insight the sincerity of what he said
Sure.
about giving us our weapons back?
Yeah.
Man, I am just an insight god. That's gonna be a 24. No, 23.
Sure. He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay. All right.
I give Father Demetrius one of those awkward eye contacts that Sinrid likes giving him so much.
Yes.
Do you have something to free their minds? I'd rather not murder someone who's not even of their own volition.
I think as of this point we have to
Mark that.
do what they say and come up with a plan once we're out of the city.
Okay, because it really seems, looking at these other folks, I know the faces, I know the murdering faces, and those are the murdering faces.
I don't think we have much of a choice at this point.
Okay. This has been nice. I see why Sinric does it all the time.
You all make your way into the submarines, and the Tritons kind of swim alongside you, directing where they want you to go.
We should not leave, right? We should.
They're definitely brainwashed. I feel like if we take care of family, I think they'll be better.
Take them out non-lethally. Tie them up, leave them, do whatever, and make our way back to the Aboleth, where we can try and take him out too. And just free this city, right? That's what we're here for.
We can try to get some information about any rebellion or...
Don't think they're answering our questions. But you can try.
Let's start with some, pull the sub over, say we're having some sort of difficulties, and we'll pop out and try and catch him off guard, get the weapons back, take him out, go kill the Aboleth, free Aldus, free the city, and be on our way, right? Easy.
That's like a 20-part plan.
There's probably some minor steps in between, but for the overall goal, right?
I mean, just telling me where to punch, and I'll do it.
Yeah.
We could do one of those where we pull the sub up, and as they come up to ask what's going on, we open the hatch, and then a couple of us sneak out invisibly, get around them, get the weapons, knock them out. Yeah. Take their clothes so we look like them, and then act like we're the guards now.
Can I
It's only the clothes.
I don't know what kind of check this would be, but like based off of my time, I mean, really any of our times with all this, and I guess I could say this out loud. Does anybody remember all this as being a Triton? Was there anything that was he able to see people that were invisible? Like, what sort of abilities did he have?
I don't think he had anything like that. They have some spells though. The one cast a spell on Zook, so.
I'm generally asking what check I can make to know more information. Is it nature or history from knowing him?
For no more information about what exactly?
To see if I can remember from my time with Aldus if he had special abilities or what he was able to do. They're in their element in the water. I don't know if they're able to see better than we can. I don't know if they have some sort of... I don't know what abilities they have.
Most of his abilities were based in being a sorcerer, but were there any racial traits, Mike?
Resistance to cold, water breathing, and dark vision.
I'll allow you guys to remember that.
Okay.
You only remember it if you remember what Aldous' last name is.
Yeah, and you have to pronounce it correctly. The L and the R are silent.
Ha.
Yes.
It just sounds like fucking Mumford and Sons chorus.
It was higher. All right.
So yeah, stop the sub, pop out invisible, and
well, you've been travel. I've assumed this conversation has been happening while you're chugging along.
Yeah,
so before we leave the city, though, we'll want to right? We don't want to
Sure.
leave the whole city, right? Everyone, yeah.
No.
Well, you guys have traveled a couple blocks now at this point as you're kind of hatching this plan, and all of a sudden, the captain swims in front of you and bangs on the window. Stop!
Stop.
You pull the lever back, stopping the submarine, and you see him just kind of staring at nothing toward the ground.
I look down.
Perception check?
I don't think that's what I mean.
He's got the facial expressions of someone in an argument right now.
Or he's having an argument in his mind.
Hey, can anyone buff his saving throws? I don't know how to say that in character.
No, I used my last buff for our insight checks.
There has been a change in plans.
All right, what's that?
Whose plans?
No, the best thing would be, yes, there has. And we open the hatch. Bitch.
Let's do it.
That my question was real.
The palace would like to see you.
Great. That's I think that's
by the palace. What do they mean by the palace? Is that like
the Crystal Palace.
The king.
like the king?
Or his advisors, I am unsure. But I have been informed that they are aware of your presence now and would like to speak with you.
Great.
Can I'm gonna insight to see if this is like the aboleth doing something shady
Go ahead.
or. God damn it! It's the same every time. It's a little bit better. 15.
Yeah, I don't have any buffs.
It's fine.
15. Yeah, no, he seems to the only shady. He seems to be upset with the decision. But it seems to be legit.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Can we have our things back?
When I take you to the palace to see.
It's just like,
No, you may not have your
like
things
eventually,
back.
you just have all of our things.
And you may eventually have them back, but until then, and at that point, a trident sticks down into the back of this dude's collarbone, and as he screams out, he's just. Ah! As he screams, you hear the rest of them begin screaming as you hear someone running along to the top of your submarine. You see
Rebellion!
a group of other Tritons running around, just kind of ripping their tridents through them. Suddenly, these guards, the captain and his guards, are just ripped through immediately, and this other
Up over the hatch. Let's go.
This other Triton jumps down with long white hair, and he bangs on the window. He's, "Follow us!" and swims.
Do it.
I follow them.
Yeah.
Our items.
Yeah,
What's
grab
happening?
your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Can you
go
grab
get
our
them
stuff?
fast. I'm fast.
One of
I'll
the
look
Tritons,
around.
one of the Tritons shoots down and gathers up your stuff and begins swimming. You can
Yeah,
hear
let's do
people
it.
screaming, and you actually can kind of feel that tickle in the back of your head once again, as there's something you could hear like almost a high-pitched shriek in the back of your head. You
Punch it, Ash.
pilot the sub quickly as you're following these Tritons as they're steering through these little coves, these little cracks in the coral, moving quickly. I need a dexterity check with proficiency bonus, Ash.
Is this a tool?
This is a proficiency bonus because you're proficient in vehicles, and that's what it is.
Is the vehicle a tool?
No, it's a vehicle.
All right.
That's not bad.
13.
You get plus your proficiency.
13?
Oh, 16.
I was like, what are you doing? You have to add your proficiency.
Yeah, learn how to play D&D, Mike.
All right. 16.
A 16 is actually much better than a 13, as you make some sharp turns, cutting the corners of these buildings, of these coral-like buildings, and the Triton's kind of leading you through quickly, swimming through. You see at one point, as you're continuing along, suddenly this aboleth just shoots out from the corner, and one of the Tritons kind of grabs onto his antenna and steers him away from everyone. You lose sight of him, but the others just tell you they're looking at you, and they're just, keep going, as you all continue along. They bring you down, and you see they're bringing you into this hollow underneath the coral. It's unclear as to whether the sub's gonna fit as you're approaching it. What do you want to do?
You're good. You're good.
Hey,
you're good.
Listen, do you think I'm going to make it?
Yeah,
with this?
you're good.
I'm not asking you.
They're up ahead. They're moving fast. They can't really hear you shouting back here.
What can I perceive? Can I make a perception?
Roll a
check?
perception check.
Roll a math.
I'll do a perception as well, can I?
I got a 22.
Nice.
Okay.
How about you?
A 22? It's a thread the needle situation. You're going to need to have a perfect shot at this one.
Yes, you got this.
Well, good thing
I cast guidance on Ash.
Pump her up. I'm gonna just be like her hype man. Woo! You got it, Ash. You got it.
Go ahead and roll a
Alexion,
dexterity check
motherfucker.
with proficiency plus your little d4 for guidance.
Little
Sorry.
That's basically what it is now.
He chose default, okay?
Cantrips, am I right?
That's a 28, son.
A 28. As
Fucking
you are
solo.
swimming through, as the sub is piloting down, you pilot down deeper into the water, into this little cove. As you just kind of push through this hole, you can feel the edges of the wall of this cavern kind of grinding against the sides of the sub, but you manage to just make it through as you follow this Triton kind of through this little tunnel underneath the coral. Finally, it opens up, and you are in a large cavern with a glowing blue light coming from the center of it. You kind of slow the sub down for a moment as the Tritons slow down and look at you.
Yeah.
Why don't you come out of there?
All right.
Because the last one I met of you had me lined up against the wall and almost killed me.
Oh, that's racist.
That's not racist. It's careful.
He swims away, and another Triton comes up and shows your stuff, and they just drop it on the ground and swim away as well.
I'm gonna get out and go get my quarterstaff, so that'll do it for
Grab my
me.
glaive.
Ash like slowly gets out. She ain't happy about it.
Just like a slow cat, like.
You slowly make your way out of the submarine, while scratched, largely undamaged.
That's
Yay!
damn straight.
Ba, 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 ba.
Was that cove perhaps the Kessel Cove?
Yes, you made Ash made the Kessel Cove. Well, you couldn't have made it in any more parsecs than what it was because it was just rock, but whatever. You all make your way out of the submarine, picking up your items, your weapons, and gathering up, and you see that the Tritons who have led you here are now gathered around what looks to be a large shell that's in the shape of like a, basically, sea aquatic table, basically. But the table has a glowing blue light coming from it, and you can see it seems to be some sort of magical illusion representative of the city. As you can see, like, what looks to be the palace and such, and they're kind of gathered around it, just looking at it. What do you guys want to do?
This is the Rebellion War Room! This is dope! Rebellions are built on hope. Sorry. Okay.
Rebellions are built on dope. But like for real though, the Middle East is mostly sponsored by Poppy.
Can you explain a few things for us?
He turns back. You see this Triton has long, flowing white hair that just kind of flows underwater. He's wearing what looks to be a smattering of different-looking shells for armor. Nothing that seems to be any kind of... It seems to have just been hobbled together, thrown together. The only thing that does look very nice is the small crown on his head, which is made out of all sorts of inlays of jewels and blue sapphires, and the crown looks to be made out of a silver alloy of sorts. He looks at you and just... What was your question again? Excuse me?
If they could answer a few questions, clear things up.
Could do our best. How can I help you?
How long have the Aboleths controlled the Triton Kingdom?
It has been a couple months now at this point.
And you are clearly not working with the Aboleths.
Clearly.
Could you tell us where Aldus Halarath is?
How do you know that name?
The younger.
Yes. He is...
Junior.
Aldus Halarath is the younger one. How do you know that name?
He is a companion of ours. He came to aid, obviously, your efforts, and we have not heard from him. We are concerned, and we are here to help.
Aldus came back here?
I-
When?
After he found out there are a bunch of abelis surrounding your
When?
city.
We
when?
tell him
Weeks?
when.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. It's been like an
Oh, is it-
It's not
eternity.
that hard, guys.
Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, a
Has it been?
couple weeks, few weeks.
Yeah. About a couple weeks, a few weeks.
He looks worried as he just kind of looks down at the ground. How do you know him? Is your friend? You're from the Prime, yes?
He helped us kill an aboleth there.
Of course he did. Aldus is like my brother.
Hey, it's
I'm
not Brandon.
Aramis. He holds his hand out.
You're
And
the
it-
king?
Prince.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
But possibly. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh no. Wah, wah, wah.
Any
That's my
friends
boy.
any friends of Aldus are certainly friends of mine. So welcome. Another Triton has swum back in now from the hole. And you see her coming up. She goes, "We weren't followed. He goes, "You're sure?" "Yes, I'm sure. I've covered up the hole." "Then we shall talk. What happened? Our spies had told us that an aboleth had come to see you, and we weren't sure what to make of it. Next thing I saw the captain of that district taking you. I knew I had to intervene right away. Anyone that they want to keep imprisoned is important to us."
Your help was greatly appreciated. We did not expect to be so central within the occupied city when we emerged from the portal.
Yes, an unearthly road leads to an old market that I used to go to as a child. Aldus and I would activate the toll and head out there, make trouble, venture, explore. Of course, he would have known that that is not a good way to go, per se, for stealthy entrance. But you're here now. So what's the goal here? How do you intend to find him?
We intend to help your people in your city, just as Aldus helped, well, not my city, but their city and their people.
No, you're from 3.
Are there multiple groups of resistance?
No. Anyone who is not a part of the system is out of the city. Most people were not interested in fighting our enemy.
What if there were multiple rebellions, though? We're not the Judean People's Front. We're the People's Front of Judea. Sorry.
The ones that were guarding the aboleth, are they being controlled?
No.
Or are they doing this of their own decisions?
I had hoped that they were once being controlled, but the answer is no. They are of their own minds' free will.
So morally, it's okay if combat were to come, we could kill them, or should we try to save them?
You do what you can to survive. If you believe that you can save them, then do so, but they are not brainwashed. They see the enemy's point. And I cannot Go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
I cannot fault them
Prince,
for
I'm
that.
so sorry.
No, you were like, are you guys going to? What's up, good?
Well, I have two main questions.
So did anybody ask
Sidra
about
would
like,
probably like to have.
Does,
amount of-
first
No,
of
you-
all,
it's good.
does Senrig actually have questions? Because you were talking first.
but it's okay. Yeah.
I have a question.
He was talking first, April.
Do we?
I'm doing a bit.
I know.
Do you know where the prisoners are being kept? They seem to know Aldus and know he is here. Therefore, I would assume he is somewhere secret.
If they're keeping prisoners, they're likely keeping them in the palace dungeons. Especially a prisoner like Aldus.
Do you know how many abelisks are in the city?
However many were in the darkened depths before.
I don't know how many that is.
Yep, so like 10?
Neither do I.
1,000?
In this city alone, less than 100.
Oh, okay.
But they have formed search parties. Overall, there are probably 1,000.
And how many do you have in your rebellion? Ready to fight.
He looks around at the 4 Tritons who are in here right now.
Oh, please don't say 4.
The 4 plus
Father,
him.
you father that when you said out loud. That wasn't your mind thinking.
You're looking at it.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's what, 60, 70 abelisks each. We can do that.
And you're like the best Triton fighters period, right?
You primes are very cute. But you must understand that the aboliths are not the enemy here.
Mm?
He approaches the table and he says, Leilani, show them. And the illusion changes on the table.
It shows
And
the Death Star.
you see a kraken. A creature with tons and tons of tentacles coming off of it. And a large mouth just smiling at you all. This is Slockerthel.
Wait, I've heard that name before.
I need a notepad.
Yeah, I've heard that name
Zook
before
has
too.
heard that name many times.
But I'm trying to remember where. Shit.
I'm writing it down. Hold on, let me grab my notebook.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I wrote it down, but I've got so many fucking notebooks.
I need to
don't
go
remember.
back through my notes and like make tabs. I'm like, okay, this is all the references to Slarkerfell.
It was Mosagrin and there was Sloggerthel.
Yeah, right. So that was from one of Zook's
One
things.
of my flashbacks that I'm going to remember right meow.
Because
I don't remember which one you had, Zook, so I believe. What'd you roll?
Good enough for a flashback? What is it, history?
Yeah, well, just intelligence check.
Oh wait, I think I found it.
13.
I believe you remember in one of your visions, one of your flashbacks, excuse me, you had Olgaroth had mentioned that Slarkerthel was rising from the darkened depths.
Was that the vision in the underground lake?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
So yeah, yeah, okay. I don't know.
You have to understand, this is not... This isn't a winning battle. We fight here because our principles demand it. Because we will not bend a knee to a kraken. But
so
we
how
will
do
not
we-
win. How do we kill it?
Yeah, how do we kill a kraken?
He can die like any other creature. But he is
Not
incredibly
punching, Jeff.
powerful. And to make Slarkrathel even worse, he is a very old and successful wizard as well.
It's like the Eldritch or something, right?
He is simply a kraken.
Krakens can be wizards?
Do you know what is his goal then here in the Triton Kingdom?
We do not know specifically. All we know is that he came fast, he came quietly, And my father bent the knee within a day.
Your father, is he also a prisoner, or?
I do not know.
Subservient.
I
Sounds
haven't.
like he's subservient.
I have not seen him since that day.
Well, maybe. Since you have not seen Aldus either, maybe the two of them.
When last I saw my father, he begged me to understand that what he was doing was for the greater good of the plane.
The great
good.
And I could not live in that place with that man, knowing he'd betray all of our people's principles and morals for fear. I would rather die 1,000 of the worst deaths known to mortal minds than ever bend the knee to one of our greatest enemies.
Totally get it. Totally get it.
Does this Sarkarthel believe himself a god?
Joe, what was that first?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I totally get it. And I was going to ask about Masmosagrin, if they had heard that before. Because I know we heard that, and I didn't know if that was important.
I do not know Amos Mosagrin.
Okay. Because I don't know, it said something about the prophecy, right, Zug? Like, he is the answer to the prophecy of, like, whatever, and, I don't know.
I'm sorry. You, Furbolg, what was it you wanted?
Does this Sarkarthel believe himself a god?
I do not know. I have not spoken to him, but he has long had a complex, if that helps. He is very powerful, do not get me wrong.
Well, we've killed gods before, is my point. We've taken down beings we should not have been able to kill.
I've watched him kill our greatest warrior with nothing but one word.
Ooh, I know that one. I don't know.
Was it a powerful word?
It was an
Yes,
arcane
the word was killed.
and he dropped dead.
It was very powerful, actually. Yes, okay.
Well, maybe we should get the, reinforcements. Maybe we should try to go get the people that are in the prison first, and then come back with them, and then they can maybe help us. Because, in our numbers right now, I appreciate all of you that are here, but, I don't think this is going to be enough.
Yeah.
What is your first goal? Why are you here?
Aldus.
Then we will rescue Aldus first and worry about the rest next. Yes?
Yeah.
Sounds good. He will probably have ideas on what he would like to do as well.
Can you
Personally,
get us to the prison?
I personally just vote for going district to district, murdering aboleths.
Well, hold on. This is not. I think this is not our town.
This is Grimold. This is.
No, I know, but Grimold. Oh, I think we need to talk to Aldus. He is
Oh,
the one.
no, I agree, but that's my 2 cents on where we should go from there.
Yes, but we have to make it to Aldus.
So you're
I
saying
think
we're going to have to kill some aboleths on the way to Aldus?
I mean, I'm not. What I'm saying is.
You okay, Grimold? You okay?
What I am saying is, if we have to, then fine. But we should not go out of our way to do so now. I think we need to get to Aldus and ask him what he would like us to do. This is his home. After all, it is not ours.
Yep. So is there a way into the palace that you know of?
Well, they're
a secret way?
Therein lies the problem.
Sneaky way.
Tritons are very, very good at what we do. As I'm sure you know by spending time with Aldus, he is probably among the best of warriors you've ever worked with. We're also among the best architects you have ever met. And weaknesses in structures are not really what we're known for. Vents, things like that. Things that would leave us open to be snuck in on. It's not what we are known for.
But surely a prince who made a habit of sneaking out of the city to places he should not be would know of at least one. Right?
As a child, when I was young and small, yes, there are spots I could squeeze through, but now as adult...
I point at Zook.
And especially, yes, of course, the little gnome, but you,
Why are you
Furbolg,
all looking at me?
But you, Furbolg, you would never be able to.
Maybe you don't need to.
Maybe I put you all inside something and bring you with.
Inside the what?
Pocket dimension!
Wouldn't you like to know?
Can you transport that rope?
No, I was thinking more like bag of holding.
No.
A bag of holding cannot fit people, let alone a Furbolg, so...
Oh, I could shrink the Furbolg.
Oh, yeah, well, then we could just do some reductions then, right?
Yeah, that's, and I was gonna say maybe little vents. Maybe we could send in like scouts, as in little animals, to find a way, and then before we ourselves go traipsing through and like knocking into stuff, and maybe we send some animals first to see if they can find a way and bring us back some reconnaissance, and then we can maybe go do something. That is a big word. You guys didn't know I knew that word, did you? Reconnaissance. I know some words and I know some things.
It is possible. I can lead you to some options around the perimeter of the city. But do we have any other options as well?
I mean, we could try to like just straight up sneak. I know not all of us are great at that, but like we could try to straight up sneak. I don't know how that works in water.
Are your people fond of ham?
I do not know this. I do not know this ham. What is ham?
Jump open.
Yeah.
We can't ham pants everything.
Why not?
The only D&D stream that has is a one-trick pony.
You know, we can always run the buttered toast.
What's the butter toast? Does it have anything to do with the meat pants?
No, you don't. You don't know what a buttered toast is.
They don't know what a buttered toast is.
What's toast?
The buttered toast. So, okay, you guys, the guards of the place, right? They're Tritons, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're also Tritons. We have some makeup. You take one of us in. You take us down to the prisons, like you're putting us down there. And then, oh, poof, all of a sudden, here we go, butter the toast. We kill the motherfuckers and bring everybody in.
So butter toast literally just means kill the motherfuckers?
No, all it means is you have two men disguised as the guards. They bring in
prisoners.
The prisoners, exactly. Then you do it's like a thing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he thought of that plan shortly after you told him to. He thought of that plan shortly after you told him to punch it when he was driving the submarine.
Exactly.
Well, so I like this. A couple of us, I believe, can disguise ourselves to look like different beings. However, these aboleths are connecting them mentally, right? Maybe they would... it's the aboleths that are going to be a problem with that, right? They could sense if it's a disguise or something.
Oh, yeah. I suppose you're right. Maybe just the dry toast, then.
What is the dry toast? Just kill motherfuckers? You don't butter it at all? You just scrape some toast on that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That would have been a good plan. No, I liked that plan.
That's the extent to it I got. I'm not really I've broken into some prisons. Let's be honest here, right? You know, pirate. But in all honesty, most prisons are not controlled by mind-controlling beings, which is exactly like as Cynric said. The problem here, we're not going to be able to disguise or hide from these guys. They can hear us. They can hear your thoughts. There's no way for you to hide, because if they are around you, they can feel your mind, right?
Not anybody has a mind shielding thing.
Henceforth, there's absolutely no way to sneak in.
Is there a magic or a spell that would make us...
There's mind shielding spells, yes, but you have to wait till I level up to get anything first.
Whoa, you just like blacked out for a second. Your eyes like rolled back in your head.
I guess Ben, is there a role for how the Aboleth mind stuff works? Does it work that way, or I just know they were? If I'm not mistaken, that's what the guard was communicating with, was the Aboleths back at the palace. So there was some.
You weren't at the palace yet. So. Oh no. He was. No. It's unclear as to who he was communicating with.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should ask these
Well,
guys.
wait a minute. Yeah, how did you stay hidden then? How did they not find you?
The Aboleth was gone. They, from what I could tell, can communicate for long distances. But if you're near the area, then they will sense you. You wait for them to go. They can still communicate with someone if they know they're there. They know who they are, but they won't sense you.
Well, are there Aboleths in the dungeon? Do you know? I believe we just need some more information. I like the idea of sending the little guys in. We go scout it because right now we know fuck all about what's in there. Because if there are no Aboleths, butter toast it is all day. But if there are Aboleths, then we're in big trouble. That's Aldous' last name. I'm saying, don't you dare.
With all due respect,
the consonants are silent.
While I want to be as much help as possible, I'm willing to help you however I can, because it is Aldous. I do not know the situation at the palace, for I have not been there in quite a few months.
Understood.
You haven't been here ever, so.
No, totally.
I can Lenali and I can easily map out the palace for you, and can show you how it would look.
That would be great.
Yes.
But we cannot tell you the situation inside.
Yeah, if we get the map out, we could even show it to I guess I don't know that. I'll just say it anyways. We could show it to your little friends, and they could at least know when they do some reconnaissance, and then we could also know, and then they could come back, and then we could even have more information.
I think reconnaissance is good.
Sorry.
And then maybe while we are here, we can start maybe prepare and see if there are some things that we might be able to do to shield ourselves or to make us a little bit less conspicuous.
What have you all been doing in these last few months? You said that you have not been at the palace. What has been your goal?
We've been taking out as many of the small fish as possible. Getting refugees out of the city, those who refuse to bend to his whim, and trying to get into the palace, but short of walking in and bowing, which I refuse to do, it is impossible.
Unless that was a distraction.
Oh, you mean the rye toast? The rye butter toast.
I'm still unsure what toast is. I'm sorry.
Well, if it's butter, it means you're like sneaking or doing some sort of scheming, right?
I think he means he doesn't know what toast is at all. Toast is when you cook bread and then, like a fucking madman, you cook it again.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Got it. Yeah, my people don't have bread. So.
Try cooking it twice; it'll change your fucking world.
No, you just eat the good berries.
Yes. So no, but I mean, yes, I guess then rye would be a good plan. Use all the plans. Why not throw all the toast at the wall? Have a few try to sneak in, have a big old distraction on the outside, and then also have... Wait, which was dry again?
I think the only ones that are going to stick to the wall are the buttered ones. The other ones are just going to slide right down the wall.
I suppose I think the only thing we all agree on right now is that we're going to have to send a little fella.
Some more information is good, yes.
So could we get maybe get a map so that maybe they can go in different directions and...
Well, how many are there?
There's right?
There's this, well, Simrik has a little one, and then Zook has the octopus. What is Hedgewitch doing right now?
Just chewing barnacles off the sub.
Well, I'm afraid that isn't Cinda going to be recognized by the Aboleths, right?
Not Cinna, like the
Manta ray.
Kren, the one I can
Yeah.
Summon.
They'll just look like sea
Oh,
animals.
that's neat.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not the
great.
leopard in a beret. That would not be conspicuous at all.
Isn't that
Leopard with a blue beret and little gloves on top of that.
Web
And,
gloves,
and
yeah.
a necklace, might I add.
Oh, that's right, the necklace.
Isn't that a
Skin is
Tekken?
decked out.
That's a Tekken character, right?
Jesus Christ.
How far-
She's a little art house hipster. What can you say?
She uses Electrum. How far is the palace from here?
About 30 minutes.
So I would need to get a little closer, ideally. I can only have Pren summoned for about an hour.
The closer you get to the palace, the more aboleths you will encounter.
Well, yes. If there's a more ideal spot that you know of, maybe.
We could travel around the outside of the perimeter. They do not have as many guards out there, but they do still have a few. We need to time it
Maybe
well and
just-
be quick about it.
Maybe since Hedwig, Zook, how long? Hedwig is just like until she go poof, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that.
I thought it was the nice way of saying it. What's the better way of saying it? Hedwig is here forever and ever and never goes away ever.
There we go. Better.
Okay, so Hedwig, and she can just like go, and then she just like come back, and she's just there forever, right?
Yes.
So I guess maybe just have Pren go a little bit, like do a little poke, and then Hedwig goes a little bit deeper.
Sure.
And them send in different directions.
Yes.
Hated that phrasing.
Poke.
Pren is also not able to communicate with me as easily. Is it harder? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe she or he or it just or they just
She.
looks. She just looks. Maybe like she does a flip. She goes and looks to see if there are aboleths close to the dungeon, and then comes back and does a flip.
sure, yeah, okay. Just a reconnaissance around the palace and then comes back.
Yeah, and then Hedwig can go in and try and find a way into the dungeon.
Okay.
Cool.
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 You know what's so cool? I wish I had that.
So you need me to take you to the perimeter then, via exterior?
At least for me, just as a better spot. Because again, I only have Pren for an hour, so if it's a half hour to get her to the palace, she will not have time to also scout and then come back to tell me what is there. So I will need to get a bit closer, yes.
Well, and then maybe you could use one of your like to make sure that you are a little less seen, and then you come right back.
Sure, yes.
Maybe somebody should go with. I mean, I could go with. I'm a little bit sneaky. I'm not easily detected. I don't think we all need to go, but I think maybe just so you have some backup.
Sure.
Okay, I can go.
I would happily go as well.
Yes. And then, yes, Aramis, if you would not mind, or Leilani, you said?
She looks at you. Yes?
What?
You would like me to go as well, or do you mean to
Or
map it out?
whomever is willing to go with us.
I
Aramis,
think one of them should stay.
I will
Yeah.
take you. Leilani can stay here. Whenever you're ready, we can go.
Let's do it.
Are you guys ready for this?
We should leave the submarine, by the way.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh yes.
This is simply a reconnaissance mission, correct? We are not...
Mhm.
Correct. We will not be acting on anything. Sinrig.
What?
I don't know. Sometimes you get. I mean, usually it's Grimald that we have to worry about these things with, but like sometimes you get a little fired up. I don't know. Just making sure.
I
Just
don't
checking
think the Red Sovereignty will be here. I think we're okay.
Yeah, it's the blue sovereignty.
What did you just say? They drowned another one of my people.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, ready. Let's do it. And I like high five Zane and Sidric.
All right. Then, as you all make your way out, leaving the submarine behind to...
I think Cinna's gonna stay behind too, actually. Just
Good
so
call.
everyone, yeah. Cinna will hang out with Grimold and Father Demetrius.
All right. as you all head out to do so. Whoops, we
Whoop.
lost someone.
Lost Mark.
Well, that's a good enough time to go ahead and take a quick break. So we're going to take a quick 15-minute break. We will be back about 6:45. Don't go anywhere. We will see you soon.
Okay.
Hello.
So, people are going. Aramis gathers Sinrig, Joe, Zane, Hedwidge?
Yep.
And Hedwidge is sans Zook, correct? Okay, so you all head out into the city. You all make your way. I'm gonna need everyone to roll stealth checks for me as you're
I
traveling.
was actually gonna say I'll cast Pass Without a Trace as we.
Great.
I blow it, but then it kind of just like dissipates into the water around. I guess.
Ooh, I'm not allowed to roll for you ever.
Why did you roll?
Oh, you told me to.
That's plus 10 though.
Yes, plus 10.
So what do we got? Sinrig?
Sorry. 26.
Joe?
19.
Zane?
I have advantage on stealth checks while underwater.
Guys, let me know when you're actually starting.
Oh,
Zane?
I didn't hear you say that.
23.
Okay, but Zane?
24.
Okay.
Hey.
While Joe is not the quietest while swimming through water, the rest of you are able to make up for her, kind of slowing your pace a little bit as you kind of bring yourself around through the city and exiting the limits of this city to kind of travel along the outskirts to the palace, to the exterior of the palace. As you are all kind of swimming along, looking through, you can see that like this entire city is built like a coral reef, basically. Looking down, there's a large drop off from the city that leads into the dark, not the darkened depths, of course, but leads deeper underwater. Does anyone have anything they want to do or say while they're traveling?
Nope.
Okay. You all swim past the outskirts, along the outskirts of the city, past where the market area that you were in, into what looks past what looks to be like a residential area, and then to the palace. The palace is kind of, think of it as like sloped up as it goes. So like you've got your main city is kind of along the ground, and then it slopes up, and the palace is above everything. And you're swimming along to see kind of like a rock face as the coral's grown on top of it. And that's where Aramis leads you to this rock face. He swims along, keeping low to the ground, keeping way far away from the actual palace itself until you guys are what seems to be nearly directly behind the building and begin swimming up. And you swim up to right at where the coral meets the rock and where it kind of becomes one and the same. And there you see a grate that's about, say, 2 feet by 1 foot. Not very big at all. What do you guys want to do?
I probably send you the animal then.
Yeah, well, so a small. Well, I'm not sending her in. Anyway, never mind. Yeah, I'll cast my summon beast. I'll pull out the acorn, and I'll do a manta ray again.
Okay. Like I said, there is a great kind of sealing.
Well, she's not going in. She's just gonna swim around the outside of the palace to kind of scout around the outside.
Sounds good. So Pren, the manta ray, takes off as you summon her, begins swimming around the area. What does everyone else want to do?
Remind me if I'm wrong, but can't octopus
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
squeeze
Yep.
into weird shapes?
Anything small or as big as its beak.
Oh, cool. Interesting. Yeah, then she can easily squeeze through if she wants. Does someone want to tell her to do that? Because Zook's not here.
Oh yeah, I'll look at her and I'll say, this is weird. I've never talked to Hedgewitch before. Maybe squeeze into this little area and then go in and see if you can find Aldus.
She watches this octopus just squeezes itself through like a 2-inch hole, and just watches its body compresses and just squeezes through it, and the tentacles slither through it, and then it just pushes its into the vent and just gone. Roll perception check for Pren for me, please, Sinric.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, I always forget what her. Okay. 17.
17. She swims around for a little bit. What is she looking for exactly?
She was trying to find aboleths specifically, I think. Okay. But it is the very specific thing. But I guess any dangerous guards or anything that might be in the area too.
Sure. Aramis stays low and like against the wall, and he's just kind of like always on guard as he's looking around, while you wait for Pren and Hedgewitch to do their thing. Hedgewitch is gone for quite some time, and you're not really sure what she finds, but I do need Zook. You need to roll a perception check for her while she's gone.
That's good. 18.
18. Okay. Some time passes. You all sit quietly, not really saying a word. Aramis is clearly becoming more anxious as time goes on, as you all are waiting for your animals to return. He's just kind of tapping his fingers against the wall of the rock. Sorry, I thought I was about to sneeze. Nope, it's gone. That sucks. Awful feeling. So, after some time, Pren is the first to return. She swims back up to you, Sinrig. Does a little swoop around. How do you want to communicate with her?
Yeah, I guess do a flip if there are aboleths in the area.
She does a flip.
Do a flip if they are on the west side.
She does a flip.
On the north side.
She does a flip.
The south side.
The south side. You know, the south side of it is basically the rest of the city, so she didn't go that way, so she just kind of stays stationary.
And then I won't ask that east side. Okay.
She also throws up some gang signs.
And then what she's gonna do for you is she is gonna look at you as if she's trying to like communicate, and then she's gonna kind of like move in an arc formation.
Is that the way they were positioned?
She does a flip around, and then she does it again, and she keeps moving, goes west, north, east, north, east, northwest, etc., etc.
Is that their patrol path?
Does a flip.
Okay.
And then she kind of like points herself up further, indicating that they're further up.
Okay. Thank you, Pren. I don't know how much time I have left with her. How much time do I have left with her?
You summon her. It's an hour long, correct?
Yeah.
So about 30 minutes.
And I say to Sinrig, maybe see if she can, around this area, if you can see any other possible like entries in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, Pren, look for any other potential openings or pathways for us to be able to get into. Yes.
She swims off.
And come back with enough time to communicate that.
Your pass without a trace, which is an hour.
Oh, pass without a trace actually would drop.
I guess. They're both concentration, so...
Yeah, so yeah.
So you guys are exposed at this point. Pren is gone, and I'm actually gonna need a stealth check from Hedwig as well, please, Zook.
Dude, higher, weird.
21.
Yep.
Okay. You all continue to wait. Another 15 minutes pass, and Hedwig still has not returned. But Pren does come back. She swims back. Oh, actually, roll a stealth check for her for me, please. I'd forgotten that.
That's a 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't have skills really. It sucks.
You take advantage.
That's okay. That's a 19. That's a lot better.
Okay.
So, yeah.
She does return. Being a manta ray, it's fairly easy to get by around here. She does return, and kind of looks at you, kind of waiting for a response, an order.
Anything hopeful?
She moves her whole body.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what else to really ask with that.
It's okay.
Thank you very much, Pren.
Maybe
She swims.
I pull out the acorn and it's like a Pokeball and she's
It's gone.
Mantine, return.
He goes into an acorn.
Another 5 minutes.
a golden acorn.
Another 10 minutes. Aramis, we've been here for nearly an hour now, and that octopus has not come back.
Yeah, we can't leave without her though.
I know.
Zook would be pissed.
We could.
Henrik, do you have another one of the pasta de trace to maybe cover us a little bit while we?
I have. I could cast a spell like that 2 more times, but the summoning of a beast is the same amount of power though. So I have 2 more 2nd level spell slots.
So maybe since Pren did kind of what we needed her to do, maybe we just so that we can stay here, be a little bit more protected.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, are we like playing out in the open? Are we like hiding behind
It like kind of overhangs above you guys a little bit. The cliff is kind of like this, you know.
Okay.
So you're kind of under it a little bit. You have some cover, but you know it's still there's no like nothing protecting you from down here. It's just you're up against a rock face.
I'll take the ashes of the leaf and the mistletoe and blow it around us to cast another pass on a trace. Just
okay.
Some added safety.
I really need to take some more utility stuff. Especially after spending so much time working under Sinrig. I feel like I would have picked up more. I should probably take some more stuff.
And then I will just help. It's Aramis, right? Is the person that we're with?
Yes.
I will just help him kind of stay alert and looking around.
Okay. Roll perception check for me.
I'm not great at those, but you know. Oh, not bad. 16.
Okay.
Are there any other sea creatures around us?
Around here specifically, no. None that you see. Maybe some plankton just floating around in the water. Some phytoplankton. But no, nothing you could see.
Hey, Patty.
Another 5 minutes passes. And finally, Hedwig comes out of the vent and swimming down to you guys.
Okay, let's maybe go, because I think Zook is the only one that can speak with her, right?
Yes.
So let's bring her back. Maybe Hedwig, did you see Aldus? Oh no. Okay. Anybody else that looked like Aldus? Okay, that's promising. Okay, cool.
Did anyone see you?
All 8 tentacles go up.
Yeah, let's head back then. And
She said, woo, 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 woo.
Okay, yeah, let's head back, and then maybe Hedwig and Zook can talk a little bit more. He can get some more details after.
All right. You head on back. Go ahead and roll more stealth checks for me, everyone. You 4.
still plus 10 then.
Cynric?
32.
Joe?
24.
Hedridge?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Zane?
30.
All right. You 4 head back with Aramis, moving quietly, low to the ground, staying out of sight as you make your way back. Meanwhile, back at the headquarters, do you guys have anything you want to do while you're there?
Not me.
Nope. Anyone have anything to do? Want to say? All right. You guys just were hanging out, sitting quietly, processing, thinking, when after about an hour and a half, the rest of the crew comes back. Aramis comes back in and it's very clearly a little anxious, a little razzled. He just kind of makes his way over to a seat and just sits down for a moment and just what the rest of you want to do?
Yeah. Apparently she did not see all this, but she saw other people that looked like all this. So there must be
Hell, it is their city.
in the dungeon. Butthead.
And she see everything she saw?
No. She could just tell me. I mean, I can see what she's currently seeing. I don't think I can see her memory.
I like the idea that a little gnome sits down and has a conversation with an octopus. That's adorable.
Well, she telepathically communicates, so she could communicate things she's seen.
Okay,
images.
Bobby, tell me what happened.
She begins projecting into your mind. that was the part. You know the part.
Yeah, you guys wouldn't get it.
You see that she made her way through a lot of. There was like a hall, and all of these rooms which were closed off, basically sealed tight. She couldn't get through any of those. She made her way, and then she found a place that was open more, with a bunch of Tritons chained up. She kept making her way along, trying to kind of find some things, find something interesting, and was pretty confident with how quiet she was being, so took a little more time to look. And ended up finding herself actually entering the throne room. And from there, you could see that she kind of gathered. She saw a man sitting on a throne. It's a Triton also, but he doesn't look like most Tritons. For one, he is wearing basically brown rags that are just kind of floating around him almost. Like on dry land, it would be a pretty billowing brown potato sack cloak basically, but down here it's kind of floating all around him. He's sitting there on a throne, and he's got a black beard, kind of balding patches around his head, sunken look in his eyes, long fingernails that almost seem to be flexible, and yeah, they seem to be kind of floating in the water like this, and just teeth that were all brown and jagged and broken. He's talking to an older Triton man with green-white hair. He's wearing a crown. He's got really nice armor on. Definitely older man. For if he was a human, you're not really sure how Tritons age, but if he was a human, he'd probably be in his 60s to 70s. And when they were speaking, the man wearing this crown was on his knee, on one knee, just kind of down, sitting down on his knee down as he's speaking up to the other woman. He goes, "We are continuing to look for them, my lord, but they seem to have refused your invitation." The man in the cloak just kind of looks down. "See what you can find. I would very much like to speak. Alive, please." "Yes, my lord." He gets up and swims away. "What's that smell?" And at that point, Hedwig swims away and makes her way back to the grate.
Couple things, and then I just relay all of that. But I would like to put emphasis on the flexible fingernails, and also that voice sounded familiar.
Yes, it did.
Oh, sorry, it shouldn't have.
Okay.
Right away.
I was just, but that was the.
I don't have
follow-up
many
was-
voices.
And I don't know if it was an accident. Okay, so never mind. He sounds like Aldus.
He didn't sound like Aldous. He didn't have the accent like Aldous did, but he had a raspy voice. Didn't have a lisp, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, that's what I thought for a second.
No, he's just raspy voice. Sounds malnourished, old.
It's a shame the Kraken wasn't in there. Ugh.
Probably is the Kraken, right?
Does that person I described
Probably,
sound like
yes.
the king?
Sarkrathel.
Yeah. No.
Oh, the actual king?
Yeah, and I'm asking the captain of the rebellion.
Aramis?
Mm-hmm.
Aramis. Yes, that sounds like my father. Did he look okay? He look safe?
He looks fine.
The one on the throne, do you mean?
crushed it.
Or do you mean the one
No,
kneeling
I think he
before
means the one. You mean the one kneeling, correct? You meant the one kneeling?
Wait, he was asking me if he looked fine.
Yes. Did you describe the one that was kneeling or the one sitting on the throne?
I thought the one sitting on the throne is his father.
Oh, okay. You described the one sitting on the throne. No, that's not my father at all. I'm assuming you're describing also the other one that you saw, which is
Yes,
my father, because
that
this
one
just
is your
makes things
father.
easier.
Yes, your father looks great. The guy on the throne looks like a bag of shit. I'm so glad that the healthy one's your father. Even though he's all kneeling and stuff.
That is probably Sarkathel. He's a wizard. He is capable of polymorphing if he so chooses.
So why would he want to see us alive? I don't understand.
I do not understand either. Do you have something?
Maybe we should talk to him. Well, maybe some of us should converse with him, while the rest break Aldus out of the prison.
Wait, was Aldus in the prison?
No, remember, he can kill you in one word.
But he wants us alive for a reason.
Yeah, I think we probably know what that is.
What? To kill us? Why would he want us alive to kill us?
Point at the bag. Whoever has the fucking rod in their bag. I point at them.
We don't bring it. But if some of us go to cause a distraction by communicating with him, and the rest of us break into the dungeons to get Aldus out, we can free him.
So I'm gonna talk to the prince about the fucking rod that we have.
Okay.
You show it to
Yeah,
him, or?
Well,
I have it, so yeah, I mean...
I'm not gonna give it to him, I'm just gonna describe it to him. So yeah, we have this, we came along a person on the Isle of Dread. His name was Fergus, and he was keeping this item safe. And we promised him that we would bring it here so that the Triton people could have it to keep it safe because he said it must not leave the water plane. It is a rod of what the fuck? A rod is it of? Rod of lightning.
The
Storms?
storm rod.
Yes.
No,
You know it then.
I have heard legends. You have
Yeah,
it.
so we do, yes. We wanted to make sure it stayed safe, but we can't, it can't leave here because that would, not be good. And we made a promise that we wouldn't. So, and taking it to Aldus doesn't seem like it's very safe right now. So.
May I? He holds his hand out.
I think that's up to my giant friend here. But I don't
preface by saying I don't think you should be keeping this rod right now. Normally, if your city was not, under the control of aboleths, yes, but we can't leave it with you if you are going to stay here in a place of danger.
I would very much like to see it.
Okay, Bilbo, don't give him that damn rod.
I'll pull it out. I'll hold on to it, but I'll pull it out.
I'll insight his intentions. I can do that.
Oh my gosh. It is
16.
real. You see in his eyes the look of a man who believes he could win. He could win with this. This is... You see something, you see the look of a warrior in his eyes again. First time in a moment.
So it is a weapon. Why not use this?
Cannot wield it.
So, we know that it opens portals, but I don't know that it... What did Fergus... I'm literally blanking. I'm sorry, it's been a minute. What did he say about it? That it just needs to be kept safe, right? That we should not use it.
People,
right?
it allows people to control the storms on the elemental plane of water that portal from one plane to another, and vice versa. Or that portal from one plane to the elemental plane of water, and vice versa. So people can use it, but it also has many other abilities. You saw it summon, a storm elemental. It was conducting electricity at the time as well. Things like that. And keep in mind, the storms do not act just as portals. The storms are teleporting effects, basically.
Yeah. And I don't really see why it would be such a bad idea to give it to the Prince of the Water Plane, but okay.
Because there are 4 people in this rebellion, and if any of them...
Oh no, I understand. I don't think that we should go talk to a guy that probably knows that we have it and also wants it. So.
Well, I don't know why he would think we have this. He has had no information from us about this rod. We've not encountered the name Sarkafel with the rod at all. I think maybe he just wants to see why we are here, maybe.
He's a very powerful wizard. He probably knows.
With this rod, I can... That's not an accent. With this rod, I could change things. I could change the tide.
Yeah.
The Water Genasi gave it to you to bring to me, to my kingdom. I am the last representative of my kingdom. I could keep it safe.
I don't think we should give it to anyone without first talking to Aldus. He is, no offense, who we know and trust.
Roll persuasion check.
Uh, 12.
You do not even know if Aldus is here. Meanwhile, I am here in the streets fighting for our people.
Yes, and there are only 4 of you. Very easy to take down and kill and take this rod under the wrong control.
He's not wrong.
I am not so weak to have my weapon ripped from my hands.
And you are not so strong to take your kingdom back. And I put the rod away.
Hold on. I think this is getting a little aggressive. I wanted to be honest with you. because you are the prince of this place, and we are not. But I also think that we are here to help, and that we are your best line of defense that you have. So I don't plan on keeping it from you for forever, but I feel like you know that we have it. So if one of us goes down, or if Sinrig goes down, you know who had the rod. We will keep, then one of us will take it in his stead. We will make sure it stays safe. But we need to, I feel, make things a bit more secure here before, or at least beef up this rebellion a little bit before we hand off the rod, because Sinrig is right.
You're right. You're right. For now, you keep it. We are still together in numbers, and I know it is close, if need be. But I would like time to attune to it. And you may still protect it.
No.
But then it's best if we spend some time apart. And he walks away. Swims away.
Shortest relationship ever.
I don't know why.
We promised Fergus to protect this rod and give it to someone who can protect it as well. I don't know Aramis very well, but right now he seems like someone desperate to regain the power he has. Not in a bad way. I do not think he is a bad person, but his actions are in the direction of one who is reckless and should not have control of something so powerful.
But I mean, like, he's also not wrong. It would help them, and like we could also help them. I'm not saying like he's not our enemy here.
I'm not saying he is.
It's not ours. It's not ours to keep. And he is the prince. I don't know.
Leilani comes up at this point, and you must understand, it is not. He understands, and he respects it. And I hear what the Furbolg is saying, and I respect it. But his anger does not come from you not giving it to him. It comes, how do I say, the lack of respect to him and to our people. You all are not as powerful as us. You are not as worthy as us, and for you to tell him he is not as worthy. He showed a great deal of restraint just now. I just ask you to understand.
I hold no ill will towards him, and I hope he comes to his senses and does not want to act as a boy would, desperate to get what he wants back. This is not an item to be laid into the hands of someone who would carelessly dive in to kill his enemy. This is an item meant to protect this entire plane, not just this kingdom.
Give him some time. And she swims off to talk to him. So,
can I make an intelligence check to see if aboleths could possibly block a sending spell?
Roll an intelligence check.
Yeah. Old beans.
I guess you wouldn't even need to roll, honestly.
Good, because I dropped my d20.
I see no way they could, short of an aboleth that could cast spells and dispel them or counterspell it. There's no way they could block it. No.
Okay.
Plenty of other things can block the reception of a sending spell, but aboleths cannot.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all.
We didn't even hear it. You gave yourself away.
It's okay. It's fine. Catchphrase.
All right. So, guys, what do we want to do?
Yeah. So,
And I know that our first priority is to find Aldus. But if nothing else, we want to help rid the water plane of these aboleths, yes?
To the best of our ability, yes.
Well, this would be a fine start for us to give them any tools that would help in this.
This rod is similar to the one I lost on my own plane. The same capabilities, the same powers. To give this into the wrong hands is more detrimental to not just this plane, but to all planes. We don't know this Aramis well. I don't think he's a bad person. But I don't know if I trust him with such power. He is desperate. And a tool like this in the hands of a man who is desperate will not be used the way it should. This tool needs to be protected, not used as a weapon. That is what Sarkithel would use it as. Or an aboleth. As a weapon to destroy their enemies, not to protect the plane. That is where I come from. That is all. There's no disrespect to him or to any of you. Joe, I understand why you brought it up to him. To be honest, I don't know if it's a good idea right now.
I just am worried that our searching for Aldus may not end well. And if we're putting all of our bets on Aldus, and I'm not saying that he is gone, I'm just saying we have to think logically.
Well, we're not...
And we did not see him. And if we're putting all of our bets, and what, we're going to give the rod to Aldus? Do we know that Aldus also makes very rash decisions, right? Like, he would also, I think, probably do the same thing to save his home, because he banished himself here to save his home. I think Aldus would probably do the same thing. I'm not going to speak for him, but what I'm saying is I brought it up to him because somebody else needs to know. If we plan on trying to fight hundreds of aboleths, we're going to fucking die. And then the rod is going to fall into the aboleth's hands anyways. Somebody else needs to know that it exists. That is all I was trying to do.
100%. It was a good point. He will be fighting hundreds of aboleths long after we do. So giving it to him does not help him or us. If anything, it puts the rod in more danger. Maybe the rod shouldn't be here at all. Maybe we shouldn't have brought it here. That's on me. But we definitely don't want it to end up in Sarkithel hands. Or tentacles. Whatever.
Okay, I guess what I'm just saying is, like, I don't think it's that bad of an idea to use it, but, like, okay.
Someone's discovered the secret rebel hideout. They're knocking at the door.
Joe, you're not supposed to order delivery to the secret rebel hideout!
Hey, I'm your Uber. I think I'm here, but I can't really tell.
The address just seems to be a big stone.
Is this 102 clandestine lane?
A or B?
Literally everybody else thinks it's a bad idea, then I will concede to you guys. But I don't think it's that bad of an idea. If there's only 4 people in this rebellion, I think we should use every tool we fucking got.
We also don't know if Sarkithel knows it's here. He may have no clue. In which case we use this against him, and then he definitely knows, and will do everything he can to get it.
And I don't think we can take a Kraken.
I don't think we can take him right now either. He sounds very powerful.
We do know that the Aboleth, at least in the district we came out, seemed to know something about Aldus. We could maybe try to extract some information from a few members of his guard or someone working for them. They all looked away. They all seem to know that Aldus is about. Just saying. We haven't done any, interrogations in a while.
Yeah, we haven't kidnapped anyone in a respectable amount of time.
Getting Aldus is our first priority, so let's do that.
Just one of the guards.
Well, it's under the control.
Hey, Ben, in Hedgewich's visions, the distance from the grate that she slipped through to the dungeon, was it like 100 feet or more?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
To the dungeon, sorry, excuse me. From the grate to the dungeon, no, but not all of the dungeon is covered in that 100 feet. You know, she saw, like,
Yeah.
You'd say you probably saw part of those sealed up doors that she couldn't get into, up to that 100 feet, and then past that, nothing. Or well, you could see it, but that's past 100 feet. So.
Gotcha.
What do we want to do, guys?
Guess
Well,
start
no,
with
nobody liked my idea, so I'll just sit over here and eat my food.
All right. There's been some quiet people here too.
Do we have some opposition to abducting a guard member and interrogating them?
We've done so much worse.
maybe some of the bodies are left from where we were attacked, and we could
That is true.
communicate with them.
The captain could be revived and questioned. If that is something you'd be comfortable with, Father.
Yeah, it's a good place to start regardless. Either there's a dead body that we can get, or there's probably going to be patrols in that area. So we could
Looking
try and
for the
snag a guard or two, yes. So,
I agree. Knowing that we cannot fight this Kraken head on, finding Aldus, figuring out where he is our only logical step at this point.
so should we go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to
yeah.
where we started? And
Okay. Yeah.
should we take the submarine, or should we just...
What does,
Probably lay a little lower than the submarine.
what does the leader of the rebellion think that... Does he have any ideas? Does anybody ask him?
He's walked off. So.
Yeah, he left us.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, we pissed him off. Nothing neither.
Shall we go back then? Yes. Is it? Do we all want to go, or?
We'd like to go back and talk to the people that they've killed.
Well, yeah, if we're gonna be kidnapping a patrol or part of a patrol, we probably should all go, because if there's more than we have a habit of biting off more than we can chew.
Yes. Then let's go, and if we can snag a dead guard, we'll take that, and if not, we'll try and kidnap a patrol.
I have a quick question about the visit that or the things that fucking Hedwig saw.
Okay.
Did she didn't even get to the dungeon, right?
No, she passed through the dungeon.
Oh, okay.
She saw
there-
she saw some sealed up rooms that she couldn't squeeze through. She saw a bunch of empty cells, and then she saw an open room where people were just chained to walls, and they were Tritons that were chained to walls.
Okay.
Aldus
then
wasn't any of them.
probably in-
And the way to get to there was just like a small grate, right?
Correct. But then
Nothing.
she also followed a passageway up that led to the throne room. So.
But there was no way that like a normal sized person could fit through that grate.
Oh yeah, no. A gnome probably could. I said a 2 foot by 1 foot. He's probably 2 feet wide. That's here.
Oh, so even if we pulled it off, it didn't fit through it.
Yeah.
Yes, even if you pulled it off, you couldn't fit through it. The gnome could, but no one else could.
But I could shrink if it all does.
Anybody have explosives?
I look at Ash.
No.
We could blow a fucking hole in the side.
Zook, what about your spell that makes things into other things? The fabricate, right? Can you peel off the outside of the wall and create an opening for us?
Hold, please. Because I was thinking not that, but I was wondering.
There was some way to shape the stone?
I don't have that one.
That's what I said earlier.
It's a higher level spell.
It would need to be a raw material, so you can't affect it.
No. Okay.
That the metal that would be used for the grate is not a raw material. It is already forged.
What about the coral?
So with a coral on the outside of the palace, yeah. Like not. I don't mean just the vent, but just an outer piece of the palace to potentially be shaped into a new door.
I wasn't looking at the spell fabricate with like the raw materials. I was looking at minor alchemy.
I'm still gonna say no. It wouldn't count as a raw material, and you're basically.
Oh no, I'm
you're
saying minor alchemy doesn't have the raw material.
Sure, I'm answering Sinrig. Excuse me.
Oh,
I'm just. You're basically circumventing another spell, and I generally just don't allow that. Just because it's like, well, then why does that other spell exist, you know?
Well, this is coral though, not stone, right? Unless you don't mean shape stone. I don't know what spell
Well,
you mean.
there's
We're circumventing,
there's
so that's
coral on top of the stone, and even the
Mm.
coral is still not entirely raw because it's been shaped and formed into a way to, you know, into being a palace. You know, it's not like it just grew that way. You know, like they grew it magically that way to form buildings and such.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say no in this case. Good idea, keep it up, but also
What about explosives?
I hate
So
you.
the only way right now to go, well, yeah, we could blow our way in. The only way right now to get in is through the front door, right, which we don't want to do.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's about it. Yes.
That's all
Which
we
is
got.
why if we try something where we use all of the plans at once, we cause a distraction, we go speak with Sarkrathel or draw them out in some way so we can sneak in, we're gonna have to use every plan we have, including meat pants, I think. I don't know how yet, but
Sure, it'll come up. It always comes up in the climax of every arc.
Operation Meat Pants Buttered Toast.
So there's one way in, right? We blow the hole like Joe's saying, but that's little.
I mean, I wouldn't be expecting it, and we all know that whatever we plan is going to go really terribly anyways. So long as explosives in the back pocket is a good
yeah,
call.
do we have explosives though? Ash, can you create them?
No.
We have a submarine
Oh.
with our guns on them.
Gotcha. Well, I was thinking we could even do 2 sets of explosives, like one by the dungeon to create an entrance, but another bigger explosion closer to the palace hall or something, so that the attention goes there. But never mind, we don't have explosives.
Yeah, all the closest thing we have is, and she points to Varys.
I was thinking the same thing.
So I suppose. Yeah, right now we just don't have the information we need to do a prison break. I mean, I've done plenty of prison breaks, but usually there's some sort of plan, because
What if we
except
did?
for the buttered toast, just to, you know, try to get in, we could wait for the bloody aboleths to move to the other side of the prison and try to convince just the Tritons who we are, but who knows if that'll go right.
You also can continue gathering information. You don't need to come up with a plan to do it all just yet, you know. Don't need to rush through
Yes,
it.
we do.
All right, then.
Well, that's why we'll go try and get the guard.
Piss somebody off, and we're gonna have to fight them all anyways. It's gonna happen, Ben. You
Let's
know it.
just get the meat pants and roll with it.
Just
I got
run
them
run into the throne room and just wave the meat around at Slarkrathel, and you throw it and he goes running after it, and you save the day. It's all good.
And
Well,
then
he's
you
a
jump on
vegan,
the
so he
throne
gets
and
really upset
call
about it.
dibs.
Is there a spell that can make people small?
Yeah, we
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
But it's
I,
concentration, so you can only do it one at a time.
and it's
Take a
I don't-
lot of spells.
I don't think all of us need to go in that way, but I think at least 2 of us need to go in.
Oh, rest assured, I was not going in there alone.
I mean, I could go in with you, but
So perhaps you're right. Perhaps we go harass, you know, one of these captain's guards, and maybe they have a way to get us in. But
I think we need multiple parties doing things simultaneously.
Yeah,
and I know
well-
that's not going to work well.
well, perhaps
but-
I'm just saying that just as far as the information we have, we don't have it enough. So let's do that first.
Good push.
I was just
What
checking. I just
What if we
sometimes
take some sea turtles, wrestle some hair, and tie them around?
I suppose I'm just trying to reevaluate and stick everything to the wall of what we have.
Yeah, let's go get the dead guard potentially
A dead guard? What?
from where the rebels killed the guards that were taking us out of the.
It's been too long.
It has been about over almost 2 hours at this point.
So maybe they haven't collected them. Well, sorry, what Cinder had said before was either the bodies are still there, we can get a dead guard, or there's probably patrols in the area, in which case we can try and snag a guard and kidnap them
Yes.
to get information.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, we
requires
could also question them, alive or dead.
that requires
Many
stealth.
options.
Just So, I mean, I'm just saying. Otherwise, otherwise they're gonna blow the whistle, and there's gonna be a shitload of people in Aldus there. So, I just think we need to prepare for that.
Yeah, stealthy boys go. Stealthy boys go. Us in heavy armor. We'll stay here.
Just saying.
Or at least come with, but stay back. I don't know if we want to split the party that much for this kind of thing, because if there's too many guards there, and a fight does break out, we're gonna get.
Well, if we could ask one of these, people that are Triton people, maybe they know an area where there's less guards.
Do you want to ask them? You can. They're.
I'll go ask him.
Okay. So you walk. It's basically like a large room. There's no like hidden spots or anything or separate rooms. It's just a large room. He's just on the other side of the room. So you head over to Aramis and Leilani, who are sitting there. She's like, she's comforting him, calming him down. You approach him. He looks up at you.
I'm gonna uncork my beer and offer to him.
It all just comes out because you're underwater.
So now you use the physics.
He uses control water to separate the beer and put it back in the flask, and he's like, "Don't uncork it until you are putting it up to your mouth."
Oh well, sorry, I was trying to offer a peace offering. It's my own brew. If you'd like to have a try.
He takes it and.
It's a bit salty.
It's good for a human.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot, actually. Thank you.
You show good talent.
I don't think Aldus ever said that. That's very nice.
Aldus would never compliment humans.
Oh no, he does not. He's very sassy, that one. So I want to apologize for. This is your kingdom and your home, and I apologize if we showed you any disrespect. I think currently we're just trying to get some more information. I think my party has decided that we are going to try to see if we can finagle our way into interrogating a guard. But I think in order to avoid alerting 1,000 aboleths, we're trying to find an area that maybe has less of a guard or aboleth presence. Do you know of any sort of areas that might be better to go to?
Why not a guard that's just on my payroll?
Oh, that sounds like a way better idea. This is why I come talk to the locals.
You should have just asked. You could have saved you a lot of discussion.
I see. That's what that... Always got to be nice to the locals. We are not very good at that, and I apologize. So, yes, that would actually be wonderful. Where can we... Should we just wait? What do we do? I don't know how to do this.
I can take you to him.
Awesome. I think that is... Yeah, that's the best idea. Hey, guys! He's got a guard on his payroll, so, that's way easier. Also, he said he liked my beer. Oh, well, he said it was good for a human. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Right, guys?
Yeah, we go talk to the... Wow, that's
all this.
Information is information.
No.
If it's not good enough, we can go ahead and find you a fresh one.
Yeah, I think that will probably be good.
Probably better to talk
Especially
to
somebody that you...
Talk to the one who's not going to kill us right away.
Yeah.
That's my vote.
I agree. Oh.
Alright.
Do it.
Alright, who's coming?
I'm not a big talker.
Alright, not Zook. I don't know your names. What are your names?
Oh, I'm Joe.
You knew my name. You just said it.
No, I didn't really know your name. The DM know your name.
Precedes me. Yes, he can.
He's got a flyer for Zonk Garrick in his back pocket that he keeps at all times.
You just look like this guy. It's like a big caricature with big gnome ears and a very small hat.
Right.
Don't you dare.
You introduce yourselves to him so that names make sense now. And he goes, okay, whoever wants to come, I can take you to him. He is not far from here.
Alright, I'll be there.
Is stealth required?
Yes. you cause such a stir that stealth will be required for the rest of the day. So.
Oh, perhaps then I shouldn't come. That's alright, I'll stay here. Just remember, things we're looking for, right?
Unless you want to wait until tomorrow, we can. At this point, there feels very little need for a rush.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Well, perhaps just real quick, what we need to know is, I just want to outline what we're going to ask, so we don't get there. We're all asking willy-nilly, or we're all not saying anything at all, right?
Right.
That's going to cause some problems. So
Yep.
let's talk about, we need to know a way in, right? Any different ways in, any service entrance, elevators, swim elevators, water clocks.
Dumb waiters.
Dumb waiters.
Any that side of stuff. Anyone else he can persuade, perhaps.
Mm.
We have a lot of electrum, right?
Gold and platinum, not the
So we have some money here, right? We could use that to our advantage. Can he find a guard at this facility that could perhaps looking for some shiny stuff, and we get them to kind of leave the gate open, we get in, right? Those are the two. That's question number 2. Question number 3: where is Aldus? Does he know where Aldus is? Is there any way for him to find out where Aldus is over the next couple days, and we can always hang out here for a week or so if it needs to be? I believe that's probably it, right? Anybody else got anything that are besides the 3 here?
I can't find in the player's handbook the section on swim evaders.
Well, it's right just on the corner of fuck you and piss off.
It's right next to the water clocks.
So I have questions. Any extra openings or entrances? I have where is Aldus? Duh. I have is there other people? Wow, April, bad grammar. Are there other people that can be persuaded to let us in? Or that can be bought off, right?
Yeah. Anything else? Those are just the things I've run into before, perhaps breaking maybe some laws once or twice.
Oh yeah, I've broken a few myself.
I'm an angel.
We know.
Says the man that catapults swords.
So my whole stealth thing, I'm bad at it. It's just this armor gets in the way and I'm not taking the armor off. No thank you. So if y'all want to go, please. I mean, the quicker we get the questions asked, then the quicker we can start moving. And if nobody else has anything they want to ask, we can kind of take care of this quickly.
I definitely think that Varys and our Aramis, right? I need to write his name down.
Yep.
I think maybe Varys and Aramis should probably take the lead on the talking to the people.
And Athos, Porthos, and D'Artagnan.
What the fuck just happened?
I can
Musketeers.
Oh. Okay.
I can talk to him, but it might be easier for you to just. I can tell him that you will answer all the questions you have, and that under my order and such. It might just be easier that way.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think Varys, because he's just very good with the words and that stuff, and I tend to piss people off.
Agreed. Right, well, Ash, you're going to come with me because you have all the pertinent questions, and I will just ask them more nicely.
Oh, I wrote them down, so I can just take a picture. And
Oh,
send
good.
them.
I've kind of just told you the questions to ask because I'm not going to come with you because I'm not quiet.
Fair enough.
But I have them written down, and I can come with you, aka I'll just send them to you.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So Varys and Joe. Anyone else? Okay. So Varys and Joe, you're gonna head out with Aramis. Are we going now, or are you going later?
I mean, I'm fine with now. Are you fine with now?
Grimald will also go. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No
I
problem.
thought I was just muted on my headset, but I wasn't. I'm
You're
trying to
good.
figure out what the dog wants because she's whining a lot.
Kahlua?
It's like she
I
wants
know.
attention or
Whining?
something.
Kahlua.
It's because she sees Ben, but he's not here to be licked.
And hummed.
I don't want to be assaulted today, thank you. Moving on.
We just there's a reflection in Ben's window and Clue is just out there. Tonight.
No!
You.
For our viewers at home, Kahlua is his wiener dog that assaults me. It's a lot. Moving on.
Rocket.
She is a woman.
Oh.
Moving on. So, Grimold, Varus, and Joe. Aramis moves to remove the boulder from you after bidding you all after you all bid farewell with the rest of the crew, and make your way out of the hideout into the city. Let's get stealth checks.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, my hands are so greasy. Got so much water on my hands. It's everywhere!
So wait, we were all going a certain distance, right? And then just so we could stay close, and then the rest were going in all the way?
No, I
Not
think
for
so.
this one. No, I think we're just hanging back. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just remembered Tinrig saying something about...
That
we
was
should
when we were going to
stay
go
close.
fight people.
Mm-hmm, okay.
Like ambush a patrol.
Oh, I did not roll well.
Alright.
I put a lot of
Varus?
Cholula on this. Holy shit.
Kalua's Cholula.
18.
Alright, 18. Grimold?
21.
Okay. Joe?
8.
8. Alright.
Oh, fuck.
I rolled a 1.
Grimald is here. It means we can play good cop, bad cop, because he's all intimidation and I'm all persuasion.
You all make your way quietly, still picking up the pace for Joe, or slowing down the pace for Joe as you make your way quietly through the city, moving slowly and keeping to the dark corners of the kingdoms, of the capital's alleys and the coral. You make your way to a small little bar that Aramis stops at, and he goes, let me check if he is here first.
What if it was no? What if he ain't even there? We're just like, yeah, nah. All right, bye guys. See you tomorrow.
I could do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay, Bam Margera.
He goes inside for a moment, leaving you outside, and finally comes back and goes, come on. Go in.
Yarp.
You three head inside, and
Perception check.
you see I can just describe it to you. You don't need to roll perception. You see a small tavern, honestly reminiscent to most taverns you've seen before. It's got a bar, but the only difference is that it's, instead of being built out of wood, which is easily flammable, it's built out of coral. It's literally like a little coral reef inside this bar. Little neon colors, blues and greens, kind of dot the walls as various fungi and bacteria and protozoas have all kind of grown along it. You see all sorts of little plants and seaweeds just kind of floating in here. You make your way as you follow Aramis and make your way to the bar to see a Triton with short green hair. It's got a little bit of like a ponytail on it. Sitting at the bar, Aramis walks up to him and slaps him on the back. And he turns and and Aramis is like upstairs and walks past him.
Follow.
You guys follow him, and after a moment you see this guard get down from the chair and follow him too. Makes your way upstairs and walks into like a small bedroom. A little clam for a bed. Some various amounts of what looks to be like artwork, but made out of like natural elements along the wall. As he steps inside, once he comes in, Aramis shuts the door. He looks at him and just, these are my friends. They speak to you with the same authority that I speak to you. So you will answer them accordingly. Hokum. And he looks at you guys and just, sure, what do you need to know?
First off, what are you drinking? Or, wait. How does the tavern work in the ocean?
Oh, the little bottles that go ahead and you click it and it's the water can come out, but no water can get in.
That's ingenious.
It's
All right, I will buy you a little bottle. What are you having?
Aramis is like, I'll go get it, and he goes downstairs, like knowing what his drink is.
Oh, good. Very well. I have a few questions to ask you.
You're not from here, right? You look different. You're not definitely not Triton, not married, not Marrow, not
Nope.
Merfolk.
Your perception skills are out of this world.
Can tell.
Phenomenal. Really good job. Like, really good.
It's exciting. I mean, normally don't get visitors. Hello?
Well, hello.
I'm Holcomb.
Yes. Holcomb?
Holcomb.
Very nice to meet you, Holcomb. My name is Varus.
Nice to meet you, Varus.
These are my associates, Joe.
This is very good.
It's just Joe. And also, this is my other associate, Grimwald. The W is silent.
Why did you pronounce it, though?
Grimwald?
Yes, you say the W is silent, but then you pronounce it.
I didn't. I said Grimwald.
Oh, it sounded like you said Grimwald just there.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yes, no, trust me, I hear it all the time now. It's great.
I feel like this is very fun. Aramis comes back with his drink and just kind of like pushes it into his chest and goes, sits down in a chair and puts his feet up and just is like being quiet. He got one for himself as well.
Ah, thank you. I wasn't thirsty at all. So, first things first, I need to know of any extra openings and or entrances into the prison.
He looks over at Aramis, and Aramis is just... And he goes, I'm not entirely sure that is information privy for... Oh, no offense. You're sort of around here lesser beings, right? And I'm not really sure if... And Aramis is like, what did I say? I hear you, sir, but they just seem to be not...
Well, perhaps I could be a little more forthcoming. How do you like Electrum?
Is that a currency, right? That's a currency.
They like gold, I think.
How do you feel about gold?
Gold, yes. Gold is good.
Gold. Well, Electrum is like a lesser version of gold, but we'll just do gold. That's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
How much? And why are you asking about entrances into the dungeons?
Because I'm of the curious sort. I love all sorts of things.
This feels more like a prison break.
We were talking gold, weren't we?
Yes. Gold. Yes. How much?
Yes. Well, let me look at my coffers here. And I'm just gonna throw out a number.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna read your facial reactions. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Very, very perceptive.
Mm-hmm.
500 gold.
I do like that.
Joe!
You do like that. Right.
Face.
So that 500 gold is, there's no more, maybe I shouldn't say this.
Right,
You're not from round here. This is everything I ask you, you're going to answer.
Yes, sir.
Good. Right. Well, I'm going to put this 500 gold, and I put it on the table. I look at him, and I move it like an inch closer to me.
Uh-huh.
Now, can you tell me about any extra openings / entrances into this prison?
There are none.
I moved the 500 gold like an inch closer to me.
But I answered the question! That doesn't make any sense.
No, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. Just fine. You're fine. No, don't worry about it.
This feels like a rigged game.
I'll tell you what's rigged later. First off, is there somebody there named Aldus?
I do not know. I do not work in the prison.
Can I insight if he actually doesn't know if there's
Sure.
all this?
But insight as well. Thank you.
Woo! Good roll.
Was that a bad roll? Is that why you said that?
No, I got a good roll.
Oh, good. Okay.
I got a 23.
Good.
Okay.
Right. I got a 16. So not
You
as
both believe that he doesn't know who's in the prison, but you also feel like there's something he's not telling you.
good. I moved the 500 gold another inch towards me. Right.
It doesn't seem fair. I'm answering
What doesn't seem fair?
I'm answering your questions, honestly.
Yes. Well, I don't believe you though. So
I do not work in the prison. How would I know?
it doesn't matter if you work there or not. You could still know if someone's there, and I don't believe you. What are you not telling me?
I've heard some rumors. I've heard some rumors. They're just rumors.
I may look like a hot slab of elf, but I'm all ears, I promise.
I do believe rumors were covered when my friend here said, no more stammering, no more holding back.
Everything.
I didn't think you'd want dirty rumors. Fine. Yes, rumors. Yes, I tell you. There's rumor is that a former sorry, I forget. Palace Sage had been captured. And that he was being kept. I know that Aldus Holarath was once a Palace Sage for the Palace. I don't know many Palace Sages, but it could be him.
That's a good enough start. Very well. And you're positive about the extra openings / entrances. There's none, right?
There's no extra openings or entrances, no.
Okay.
What about places that would be easy to make an extra opening for it?
If you could shape stone, you could easily go through the wall and then up under. I don't know if coral technically counts as stone since it is alive, so then you probably couldn't do it with that.
Yes, technicalities.
Yes. Oh, there is... You could go through the front door.
Yes.
Very good, yes.
We know this. Oh my god, a front door, you saying?
So, this one is a very important question, and it might increase this little pile of yellow that I have over here. Are there other people within the prison that can be persuaded to help us?
I'm sure everyone can be persuaded to help you.
Is there anyone that you know personally?
No, I do not work in the prison. I could probably find someone.
You're not buddy-buddy with somebody that works in the prison.
No, I do not know. Do you know someone that works in the prison? Aramis, Aramis does know someone who works in the prison. He has lived there.
I just fucking got here. I'm not from around here. You are.
Oh my god. I skipped the sneeze again. This is the worst. Oh, excuse me. Look. I don't work in the prison. I work out here. Aramis is like, I'm sorry. This was probably a bad idea. I'll just knock him out and we can go find another guard.
I mean, I can do that, and I crack all my knuckles.
I don't know what you want me to do. I do not work in the prison.
Perhaps you should get a job in the prison then.
You want me to get a job in the prison? How would I do that? Go apply? Use Prince Aramis as a reference?
Well, don't do that. That would be just stupid.
Yes, it would.
You seem rather resourceful. Why don't you get to work on it?
I don't know. What do you want me to do? So you want me to go work at the prison and then what?
Get us in.
But why don't you just go through the front door like I had told you?
Okay, so in your world, going through the front door, how does that look for us?
Because
people don't look like they're from here. We just walk in and we're like, we're gonna take some prisoners.
The palace's new guest is very hungry. He must eat a lot, and he is constantly bringing in massive amounts of fish.
Wow.
So you want us to hide in barrels of fish?
It's underwater, so it's not like it went rotten.
So we are doing meat pants.
So is
Is
that what we call fish
And these barrels.
Plus 8 fucking mute. No.
For someone who doesn't work in the dungeon, you do seem to know about these barrel shipments.
I know about all the fish that are going into the palace because everyone does. They're taking the fish from us. They're taking the fish from everyone here. There's barely anything to eat down here.
Hmm.
Do you know where the fish go to?
I know they
in
go
the palace.
I know they go into the palace to the special guest of the king.
Ah, that's the guy with the fingernails.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. That actually is pretty good information.
I know. I've been trying to tell you. Go through the front door. You don't listen.
Okay. Well, you do have to earn more of this 500 gold. So I am going to need you to figure out a way inside.
You still want me to go work for the prison?
Yes.
I don't know.
What about? Okay, so you seem to know a lot about these rumors, right? So you're like a rumor. You're part of the rumor mill here. Any sort of rumors about these fish deliveries? Any sort of rumors about where they load them up, when they go in?
I know they gather them from the bottom of the city, and from there they wheel them up, or float them up, excuse me. There's no wheels down here, we're underwater. And they float them up through the city, right through the front doors, because there are no service entries anymore, because the guest is rather paranoid.
Okay, so just some guards come and grab them?
Yes.
So you could be a guard that just comes and grabs it and delivers it, right?
That would be much easier than being a prison guard, yes.
And you could say, look the other way if a couple of people jump into the barrels, and then you tote it all the way up, and then you leave.
Yeah, I could.
That sounds like a good plan.
Oh, who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from?
It's just Mike, just hanging out.
An amorphous head just appears in the water plane. That sounds like a good idea, guys.
Look, I'm answering a lot of very compromising questions for the safety of our palace for 500 gold, but to look the other way, to get intruders into the palace, that would probably be a little more gold.
Yeah, dude, you got that.
A little more. So you're talking like 501.
It's 500 gold to answer your questions, and then 1 gold to get you into the palace?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That sounds like a great idea.
This is my facial expression right about that.
Here's the thing. Getting us into the palace is fine, but if you betray us, getting out is the issue. So, payment would have to be once we get out, because then we know this wasn't a trap.
Let me be clear. I am all about what you are going to go and do. You are going to go in, you are going to break someone out of the prison. I do not care about that. Most people are like, oh, I love my country, oh, I love my city, blah, 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 blah. Don't care about that. I really don't. I care about getting paid in this shitty job. And right now, you're asking me to put a lot at risk in order to make sure that I never see a paycheck again by putting you in barrels of fish meant for the guest of owner.
How about this? 300 now, and I take 300 and put it on the table, and 300 when we make it out alive.
Plus the 500 for his questions.
Yes. Correct.
Yes, that's off the table, on the table. You know what I'm saying. Don't worry about that.
I think that is entirely reasonable.
Great, and I push the 300 there. Say, and the other 300 will come when we make it out alive.
Very good. I hope you make it out alive. He gathers it up. He goes, the next shipment is going in 3 days.
Wait, sorry, where's that? 3 days?
3 days.
3 days. And where should we meet or be?
We are at the bottom of the city. Aramis knows the place. Aramis, do you know? He's like, yes, I think so. He goes, yes. So there you go. Nice and easy.
In the morning, in the night, in the very wee hours of the day, where
Early morning. The sunrise. He likes to eat with the birds chirping.
birds.
There are no birds down here. He likes to eat when they're chirping, though.
I see.
He always talks about them. We're very confused.
Metaphorical birds. I got it. Cool. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. What was his name?
Holcomb.
Holcomb.
Oh God, that's the governor of Indiana.
Oh no! No wonder he wants so much fucking money.
He's a corrupt asshole.
He just wants to get paid.
Listen, there's a bad virus in the prison, but I don't care about that. You guys can go in, you can just like go about, kiss each other because this virus, and then go out of the prison and kiss each other. Other people, it's fine. Just take the virus wherever you want to go. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just, wear a mask. Or there'll be a fine.
Okay, so now I could just, if you don't mind, and he like holds his shirt up as he just like walks up to the table and just starts like scooping gold into his shirt. Just like, I'm just going to.
Well, don't make it weird.
Yeah, you're
I
being.
give it to you in a sack. Why did you pour it on the table like that?
I also had it in a sack. I don't.
Do you have a sack I could take? I don't have a sack.
I gave you a sack of gold.
Oh, I thought you just dumped it onto the table.
Do we all just carry multiple sacks for this kind of a situation?
Yes.
Yeah, they all have a dollar sign on them.
Oh, okay.
Money bags over here.
It's
Dude,
it's in your,
I'm rolling in the gold.
it's in your starting equipment.
Oh, there it is. Bribe sacks.
Yeah, you gotta.
So he takes the sack instead. I didn't realize you had a sack. I thought you just dumped it out onto the table. He takes the sack and adds the 300.
Otherwise, him wobbling out of there.
He would just.
Oh, that's so suspicious.
He takes it and he goes, "Okay, 3 days at the sunrise. I will meet you there."
Thank you. See you there.
Aramis, Holcomb. And he walks out.
All right. Well, that was actually for a second there that was not going so well, but it worked out in our favor. We should probably head back and rest and let the others know. And in 3 days, we are going to get. It's going to get a little bit fishy.
Back at the base, Zook is like, something happened.
And that is where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Oh, fuck.
So okay, no, but you, Aramis is, as you all are leaving, Aramis looks at you guys and he's just like, yes, it worked out, but, we're going to follow along just in case it gets a little...
Fishy?
Oh, fuck. Fishy. Oh, fishy.
Wait, Zook, I felt it too that time.
It gets a little sketchy. Well, we would follow along.
What about dicey?
This fucking guy.
Theron even felt that one.
Aramis leads you three back to the cove. Go ahead and roll some stealth checks for me, please.
What the fuck is with my rolls today?
Varus?
That's gonna be a 12.
12. Grimold?
22.
22. Joe?
Don't know about you.
9.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
I might get to stab an aboleth today.
Or just some Triton guards.
You all are making your way back. Moving through the streets, swimming quickly as you can. waiting for Aramis's cue before he crosses. You cross an alley and turn a corner, and you see an aboleth floating in the cutout of this coral, staring right back at you with 7 Triton around him.
I just slowly back out of the alley.
They're gone. They just, you walk back in the alley and that's it. You save the day. No, they
Work.
The aboleth floats close to you. Just, hello again, friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
You
Hello
run.
there. Hello there.
Joe, you run.
Fucking run!
Varus.
Full sprint.
No, it's that really weird part where you're gonna try to talk to the cops and get out of it, but then one of your friends runs, so you have to run. The cop looked really cool, but now you just have to run, and he's gonna
The
be.
next thing you know, you're getting tackled into a ditch full of thorns by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I think that answers my question about Grimold.
Hey guys, I got cookies.
And Joe
Are you
has
running
no
as well,
idea.
If they're starting to run, oh fuck! I gotta start running.
All right. You all
I
three
stab him in
turn
the eye and I
around
run.
and run. Aramis quickly behind you. As you three, before he can even finish his sentence, you can still hear him in his head. He actually continues his sentence as you are still within range of him as he continues along. Because you hear him like, oh my, hello old friends. We meet at, oh wait, where are you going? Quit. Quit.
Wow,
I actually have a very
rude.
pertinent question. How would fog work underwater? I'm assuming not at all, because it's droplets of water.
Well, we're going to find out how fog works next week as we wrap up just a little early.
Way early.
A little early for the holidays, and because I need to prep for this because this is inevitably going to lead to combat, and I need a map for this. I'm going to... I'm feeling this is leading to combat. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up just a little early. It is, 2 days after Christmas. Everyone's had a long weekend. I know I have, and we're gonna wrap it up just a little bit.
I gotta stay drunk till New Year's.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you all had a happy holiday. I hope you all stayed safe, stay healthy, continue to stay safe, continue to stay healthy. And as always, don't forget, Sundays are for D&D. Good night.
Bye.